Hello, hello, and happy Tuesday. How are we doing today? We are back in some Paradise Lost here. So last time we played this, at the very end, what happened was we found ourselves a little bug where every time we walked into a room, the game would crash. And then I would reload the game, and I would be stuck on the stairs and would not be able to walk anywhere, and it was a little frustrating. So over the last week, Nightwolf told me about a tip to turn off head bob, so I tried that, and it looks like it fixed everything. So I think we hopefully will be able to finish Paradise Lost. I don't know if we'll finish it today, but we'll give it a shot. So yeah, how's anybody who's out there perhaps already? How are you doing? I don't really have any exciting news or anything to announce. I don't think I've added anything. I guess I could reiterate that there's new cards. And oh hey, what's up, Shiloh? How you doing? How are you today? Thanks for joining. Did you get to check this game out last week, or did you want a refresher of what happened? Because we played this game once already. We got pretty far. I think we got nearly halfway through it. Hell yeah, that's what I'm talking about. I was just trying to think of some updates that we had for the channel to try to stall a little bit, see if anybody else wanted to join up early on. Watched last week's after work today, so I'm all cut up. Oh, nice, cool. Sounds good, sounds good. It's awesome that you go back and watch it. That's seriously super cool. I like that you enjoyed enough. You know, this is pretty awesome. The game is so creepy, right? Yeah, I know. It's got some very interesting vibes to it, though. Very interesting atmosphere and everything. Because if I remember right, just to go over really quick, it was like Nazis during World War II had a plan to collect a bunch of like intelligent people, you know, like people that they thought probably had good genes or whatever, and put them in these bunkers. And the day that they put them in the bunkers, they would just nuke the shit out of everything, and then they would hide in these bunkers underneath the radiation and kind of let everybody else die out, and then they would come back like, I don't know, 15 years later or something, and try to create a new race based on the people that they selected or whatever. You know, pretty Nazi of them. I mean, it's not a bad idea. Yeah, I mean, if you're talking about like strategic wise, it's definitely a strategy that would work. But you know, pretty fucked up, pretty scorched earth, literally victory, if you know what I mean. Very pirate victory or whatever you call it, when basically you have to destroy the thing that you're trying to capture just to win. And it's just like, so is there really any benefits if you have to destroy everything? Sounds like what I do with my art, only it's like humans, so maybe a little different. Huh? You do that with your art? I guess I don't know what you mean by that. Like, you keep the ones that you like and then you get rid of the rest? Is that what you mean by that? Alright, so we go ahead and get started. It's like it's just us to start, but that's alright. Might have people come hang out as we go. Totally make a folder of like 10 I like, and then I shred the rest. Yeah, let's focus on what I like and what I want to make. Okay, there you go. Yeah, I mean, if you're making a bunch of stuff, I totally understand the need to make room for more. You know what I mean? I actually have like 3 new commissions. Oh, nice. That's awesome. Are you get to the point where you're making a good amount off of your artwork and everything? Is that like at all a thing you could end up doing for a living? Or would you even want that, or would you always want to have other income? Probably got that famous dog done. I think I forgot to post him. Oh, really? That's awesome. And so did you get feedback on it and everything? Yeah, see, look, I can finally walk off the stairs. Yes. Next, I realized that I have to up my prices. Oh yeah, okay, there you go. Yeah, do it. You get yours, man. Or girl. Have I read this? Let's read it again. Please don't leave. I knew that others were considering leaving. I just never realized you were one of them. If you go, Dominica won't let us see each other ever again. You know that she doesn't allow any of his followers to interact with us. Is his superstitious gibberish more important to you than me? Ah, yes. The errand note. Let us go in the room. Can't go in this room. I realize I don't really want to do it full time, but I realize I don't want to spend time on a painting unless it's something I want to do, or unless it's for like $50 at least. Yeah, there you go. Make sure you set the price correctly, right? Because maybe the price could always be right, you know? You might get less people who are asking, but I mean, as long as you're doing it and you're happy with the work that you put out, right? I think that sounds like that's what's important to you. Have I checked these out last time? We got some locked doors, got something funky going on here. Looks like a Camry should be there. What do we got? It's like one of those real industrial plugs they use on like table saws. Alright. Got some bunks. So there was like, basically they set up like an infirmary here. Is this kind of what I'm looking at? Or maybe just people were all huddled together trying to create living spaces. I don't know. Yeah, I used to do like 5x7s for like 35 and it just wasn't worth it heartily. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, it's still sparking too. Exactly. That's dangerous, man. Gonna get someone killed. Are you, where do you post for like your work? Do you just get all your work through like Instagram and stuff? Is it just like people in the comments, or do you have like a, like I guess you have a website, right? Is it just your website, or what are all the ways that you have people request commissions? Is there anything in this room? What do we got here? Got a fancy hat. Some pills there, huh? Some Quaaludes. Oh, we got some trumpet there. That's pretty cool. Nothing to examine, it seems. Here either. More music memorabilia and paraphernalia. Do we have Streamloots cards that for playing the bird song? Oh yeah, no, that could be a good one. To play just to play a song or whatever. Yeah, why don't I do that? That could be a good one. Do you want me to play it real quick? We can do an we can do an impromptu one. Yeah, I should just buy the album and then I can have the thing and I can just actually have it to where it like automatically starts playing or something. This place looks like it smells moldy. Yeah, it definitely looks like it would smell funky. Like everything would almost like have equalized into having like the same smell. You know what I mean? I use that card all the time, yeah. I already had the DJ Kevin pulled up. One sec. Music widget. You gotta interact with that. Oh yeah, I forgot to hide it on the overlay and everything. Okay, let me find birdsong in here. Oh, it doesn't let me scroll? Why is that? Okay, I'm just gonna have to next song it until I find it. That's the first one with Bird Boy. I think it's the second Bird Boy song. Robin? Oh, it's muted. Yeah, here we go. So the song is called Robin, featuring Bird Boy. But, I mean, we call it Bird Song. I'm not saying we should change that at all. But just so I know, next time I'm looking for it. All right, there we go. See, it's really cheery music for for the atmosphere, but it's nice. Just a good song, dude. We're looking for stuff, you know, in this dusty old place. Oh, this is where it would usually crash. Please don't crash. Yeah, no crash. Usually would have crashed by now. There's not even anything in here. It's so weird that it would even crash. It's probably just some weird collision thing. Also, I got stuck inside something because my head was bobbing. It's kind of like a nice setup or whatever. Looks like he's got a lot of tools here, you know? Good painting setup. A little drawing here. Pretty cool. So I guess it goes to show like what kind of people they had, right? Artists and stuff, because we found a musician's room and we found a painter's room. And whose room is this? An admirer of fine art, I see. This is the song that's playing in the main character's head the entire time because he's a little boy, you know? Let's read this. Transcription of Rizard Lazy's account. I don't know what the slash and the L makes it sound like. I went out mushroom picking, not that I thought I'd find any, mind, but because I like wandering among the trees. So I stumbled upon a gnarled beech, looked up, and over by a clump of thistle I saw a white she-goat. A miracle, I thought, because there hasn't been a living creature to be found since we ate that last hen 10 years back. And lo and behold, a goat. Where could it have come from? Right away I thought, Valis must have favored us to send a blessing like that. Just per song. Where was I at? And lo and behold, a goat. Where could it have come from? Right away I thought Valis must have favored us to send us a blessing like that. I walked up to it. It didn't run. It let me rope it and walked back to the settlement by my side like a dog on a leash. I went straight to the high priest to share the wonderful news. I hope it'd give us milk with healing properties. So is that a true story? Or is this a writer? This is maybe a writer's room because he's got all these books. Here, look at all these books. Damn. Got one more room over here we gotta check out. Ooh, a filmmaker? Oh. Look at that. What are these, all scripts or something? It's a lot of scripts. It's got a Nazi flag in there. What do we have here? Wilhelm Streck. Dear Willie, I know you do not need anyone to tell you how to do your job, but I would like to alert you to a problem. I have received reports that despite the constant guidance and instruction, many people still do not understand the concept of the colony. Some fear being locked up underground, or even that those left on the surface will have it better. If I were to prune away all such doubters, I would lose half the settlers. I would be the would-be strength of this colony. So I hit upon an idea. Perhaps we could, in some undemanding way, share with our colonists the history of the Aryans and the Atlanteans from whom we descend. After all, if our ancestors could thrive after losing their homeland, we too can emerge from our ordeal, defeat our enemies, and bring about the rebirth of our great Germany. With your storytelling talent, this tale would surely soften the hearts of doubters and calm frayed nerves. What do you think? Your friend, Max. Okay. So they came from Atlantis? Yeah, there you go, Anne. Yeah, ooh, Atlantis. Right? So, was Atlantis like the same thing as this concept? Like, are they thinking they nuked the entire world and lived underwater for enough years that they could come back to the surface? And so they're just like, we'll just do it again, except we'll go underground this time. That'd be a crazy twist on Atlantis, huh? What we got here? Dear Herr Commandant. Yeah, maybe, yeah, why not? At the request of Wilhelm Streck, I have agreed to lead a talk about Argatha, Shambhala, Aryans, Atlantis, Thule, the control of parapsychic human abilities, and research on the summoning of zombie armies. What? Research on summoning zombie armies? Am I reading that right? Okay. He convinced me this material will provide the necessary supports for the colonists. In my youth, I took a strong interest in these topics, so I shall have plenty of material to speak on. Yet both know, I hope, that these stories are not worth a hill of beans. Okay. I am a scientist, and I know that the strength of the German nation does not come from fairy tales, but from mental fortitude and from science. Thus, when the colonists prepare for the ultimate battle, they should draw on the accomplishments of scholars. I propose a return to a method that was tested with great success at the front, namely substance D9, right? I guess that would be 9, right? No, the road to Shambhala, Three Dog Night. See, I guess I don't know that. Was that a reference to? I'm not familiar. This mix of cocaine, pervitin, a strong stimulant, and eucodol, a strong painkiller, transforms common men into super soldiers. It provides a significant boost to concentration, endurance, strength, courage, and self-confidence. It also disables pain receptors while stifling hunger, thirst, and the need for sleep. It has side effects, yet in the deciding moment, they are of no import. No song from way before you. Okay, understood. Doesn't mean that I wouldn't enjoy it, though. Alright, that's all that was in there. So that was pretty interesting. The only person who had anything to really look at was the filmmaker. Interesting. I guess in propaganda-wise, maybe a filmmaker makes the most sense. Make a propagandist painting. A little graphic design work, I guess. What do we have here? Another paper, huh? Order number 8. Any German occupier still hiding in the shelter is to be sought, put on trial, and sentenced for their crimes. That includes civilians, workers, and of course military personnel. This goes for any Polish collaborators as well. Dominika Weiswich. Any German occupier still hiding? See, we're finding notes of both. Sometimes I feel like there's some more sort of resistance or someone who like infiltrated and took over the place. And I feel like this is one of their notes. But I know that one of the other notes talked about this Dominika guy and how they have crazy ideas, like religious ideas, maybe. I thought I can't remember exactly the context. Interesting. Any German occupier still hiding in the shelters to be sought, put on trial, and sentenced for their crimes. That includes civilians, workers, and of course military personnel. So like someone came in here and took everybody out of here. It sounds like this. Keep hitting escape. Escape is not the button. Here. Got any plot thickener here? Plot thickener. There we go. Game's controls are weird. No. What in the world is that?
It must be a key to the locked
Key card?
doors.
Near field communication, huh? NFC. I got ya. This one just glows, so it looks like it's, sci-fi. Order request. I'm writing to you again to request permission to use the Nazi technology. People are starving. We can't continue to live in the dark like this. How many more women have to suffer miscarriages before you see things clearly? I will write to you every single day until you realize that there is no other way. Lucian? Interesting. So, people came and lived here that weren't Nazis? Because they're calling it Nazi technology, so that makes it sound like some sort of foreign entity to them, right? You know, Nazis wouldn't call it Nazi technology, they would just call it technology, right? Interesting. Okay. People are starving, so there's some sort of technology that would help with that here. And certainly for the miscarriages, that makes sense. Okay. Interesting, a little plot thickener here. And maybe the resistance took over. Yeah, that's what it sounded like. Somebody came in here, took over, and then wanted to use it instead. Probably because they did get the nukes off, right? But the people who survived, like, found the bunker and then killed all the Nazis inside, or tried to, or something. What do we have here? Sort of control panel? There's some film cartridges in there. Okay. Going for it. What was
What
that?
was that?
Huh? What? Huh? What happened? Okay. I heard something. Maybe it was out here? Is there something I can follow? Like a cable. There we go. I found it. Okay, so if you see this red cable, it goes across here. Oh, right here. It moved one of the shelves. Okay, got it. Whoa, look at that. What do we have here? Somebody was doing some drugs there, it looks like. You got a burnt spoon and a syringe there, huh? Not looking good. Does that say meth? Meth something? Okay, well, somebody was in here doing some drugs. Taking some heroin, yeah. But look for all the clues. Some drugs there as well, or something. Maybe sleeping pills or something, I'm not sure. Can't look closer. I can shift and it looks a little bit closer. It's like a tiny bit. Is this music playing the entire time? That doesn't even make sense. Yeah, it's not going. Not from here. Maybe that's non-diegetic. I can't read much of this. Greta Miller. Frankfurt and Maine. Some sort of ownership tag? Or ID? Okay, so she was a singer, right? So in her room, she had an entire stage. Man, look at that. It looks huge, doesn't it? I don't think those were that big. Were they? Were they the size of someone's face? Like, or I guess maybe I got it like all the way up here against my face or something, you know? Thing looks gigantic. I guess it's my monitor that makes it look like it's the size of my face. It's crazy. Aren't you a kid? I am a kid, that is true. So I guess maybe it would be pretty much the size of a kid's face, because it does have like a shock mount around it, so, and that's probably being old school too, probably just pretty big. Interesting. So that was all there was to look at, was that one little ID, huh? Got a secret switch and everything, and that's all I got. I'll do another sweep. We did find out that somebody likes some heroin. Perhaps Greta herself. I do have a key card. I don't know where to use that yet. Yeah, I don't see anything else. So let's get out of here. Let's skedaddle. There must have been a place to use a key card, maybe that I passed by last week or something. Oh yeah, there's these doors but down here. Maybe they use a key card. Oh my god, back I left right when we were talking about how moldy it probably smelled. Did I miss anything huge? We found a switch that opened like a secret room kind of thing, but it was just the room of a dancer or a singer lady, and we just found out that we found a spoon and a syringe. It looks like they were cooking up some heroin, and we found her ID tag or something like that, but nothing really important in there. We did find a key card. I don't know if you were here for the key card part, but nothing huge. But we are about to open a door with the key card, so that might be pretty big. Heroin, nice. Yeah, noise. Oh yeah, Atlantis. Yeah, they mentioned that they're trying to, like, we went to the filmmaker's room and they're trying to, like, calm everybody down. And by, like, trying to explain to them why we're here, you know, like what's the whole point of this project. And one of the things that they were going to use is, like, the legend of Atlantis, it sounds like, to try to, like, say that they descend from the people of Atlantis and the Aryans are, you know, descendants of them or something like that. So yeah, interesting. They were wanting the filmmaker to make some propaganda, it sounded like, in order to get people to calm down. I guess people were saying that they thought that the people that were still on land were gonna have a better life and stuff. Dominica, fine, I will leave. Anyone who wants to join me is welcome to do so. But to those who choose to stay, I ask, where do you draw the line? You are happy to reap the rewards, but unwilling to pay the proper respects. You ignore the divine powers that gave you these luxuries. If you decide to bow your heads to the gods that made this all possible, come with me. Lucian. Okay. Okay, look at this. The microphone? Is that Tony Stark's heart thing? No. What is that? It's an engineer's room, huh? One of the greatest minds. It's one of those power cartridge things we used before. I think it's like a battery.
Processing power is at least 50,000 times greater than that of the Americans in Europe. Its construction employs newly discovered methods of neural communication, sustained by faint electrical impulses and the activation of normally unused parts of the Gehirns. What's Gehirns? Gehirn. Here it is. Gehirn. What? That can't be.
What up, dog? That went over a little bit over my head, I guess. Maybe we'll learn a little bit more about that. What's behind door number 2? Oh. Some sort of control room, huh? None of these papers look cool enough to read, apparently. Push the button. What's gonna happen now? Host 0 unknown 31% operational. Host 1 inactive. 0 operational. Defect log September 3rd. Replaying. Here, let me do this in my robot voice.
Bunker functionality limited. System status unstable. Host 1 missing. Manual override detected. Authorization granted. User Lucian Colinda. Enable audio monitoring by audio channel 77.
Okay, let's see if bidirectional communication is working.
Enabling speaker functionality failed.
Clearly not. We'll have to find a workaround. What if...
Enabling interaction command successful.
I know it's not ideal, but given the circumstances...
Interaction button enabled.
To do for now. I'd like you to press the button, if you can hear me.
Enabled.
Dobrze. Let's try another experiment, shall we?
Enabling agricultural systems
As I
failed.
suspected, this won't be straightforward.
Enabling agricultural systems fail.
There's some sort of safeguard blocking my input.
Enabling agricultural systems fail.
Makes no sense. Why build a huge machine with this much computing power and then make it impossible for the operator to use it? Unless it doesn't want me to make any changes.
Transferring admin privileges to host
It
successful.
wants you to make them.
Enabling agricultural
I
systems.
just tried to access the part of the system. Can you enable it?
Enable. Enabling agricultural systems successful.
That's it. It worked. Okay, let's not waste any more time.
Accessing agricultural systems.
You
Cultivation
always said
planning.
you wanted your own garden someday.
Hey, what's up, Pokey? Hey, puppy. Pussy.
Well, should we go with the biggest one? I mean, why not the biggest plot, right? Gotta get the most food, baby.
What do you feel like planting?
Wheat, spelt, or corn? Oh man, so wheat or corn are quite a bit of water, but spelt? I don't even know what spelt is. Wasn't there a letter about spelt? It seems like spelt would be the best thing here, so maybe we should click it, especially since you're remembering a letter, huh? But how you doing today, Pokey? Sorry, I was in my robot voice, so I'm not sure if you even understood me saying that. But how are you, dude? Good to see you. Glad you're here. Talking about contact the procedure ministry or something. Okay, I am remembering something about a letter about that. Well, what about you? Doing good, man. Spelt is grain. Okay, so these are all 3 different grains, huh? Let's go with some spelt. Looking pretty spelt. A water amount. Well, it needed like 2 to 7, right? Maybe I should go 6 to 10 just to make sure it gets enough. Well, I don't want to go over, right? So maybe it should be the 1 to 5. Let's just go with A for spelt. Yeah, let's do that.
Remember, we must be careful not to overwater the crops.
Exactly. Harvesting process manual or automatic? I mean, if we got automatic as an option. Spelt. Spelt. Let's go with automatic.
Enabling background function successful. Full bunker functionality enabled. Production systems.
Must have
Day-night cycle.
initiated the automated calibration cycle.
Air purification. Radiation precautions. Communication systems. Medical clinic.
Overloading the
Surveillance.
system.
Logistics. Electric power distribution. Street lighting.
Remember, we prepared for this.
Interment short. Safety systems. Nuclear factory. Laboratory functionality. Simulation test.
Disable some of
Dormitory.
these processes before.
Warning, system overload. Host stability 21%, disabling background functions unavailable.
You'll have to authorize its change. I can only request them for you.
Enabling process override successful.
Now,
Production systems.
disable them as quickly as possible.
Disable.
That's
Disabled.
it. Now for the next one.
Day-night cycle. Disabled.
You're doing great.
Air purification. Disabled. Radiation precautions. Disabled.
It's no use.
Communication systems. Disabled. Medical clinic. Disabled. Warning, system overload critical.
That's it. We're turning it off.
Enabling shutdown. Shutdown not available during calibration cycle. Enabling shutdown. Shutdown not available during calibration cycle.
It won't let me. Oh, shit. Oh,
Host disconnected.
Is that you? Say something.
So is he trying to get to the girl that we're trying to get to?
Turn what on? What are you talking about?
Yeah, maybe manual harvesting. Maybe I should have gone manual harvesting. I don't know. You know, we always like to go automatic when we can, right?
Who Who cares? I haven't heard from you since that jump. Do you know how worried I was? Are you alright? Well, are you?
I'm fine.
I'm fine. Then why didn't you say so? Where are you? I haven't seen you on my monitors.
Lucian used to live here.
The man you've been looking for.
Oh, is that the man that I'm looking for?
So you found the living quarters. Good. According to my map, they are on level 3. I'll try to find you with the cameras. I don't want to.
You're trying to go to
lose sight of
4,
you
I think.
anymore. Do you understand? We need to stay focused, okay? Please tell.
Okay. Man, so demanding. All these NPCs, dude. You're not even real. It's demanding my time. Yeah, guy is so pissed. I got some new games, by the way, Dom. Yeah, what'd you get? I got them from a giveaway in one of Michael's friends chat. Oh, friends. Damn, dude. What'd you get? Sounds cool. Oh, I can walk away now. I thought something was gonna pop up on the screen. Did I not go in this room? Should we check this out? Is it locked? Oh. Messed up the game. Whoop. Okay, so whose room is this? It's like a family sharing this room or something? Trying to use some this here. Had some tea. It's got a hat here. It's like maybe be outside a lot, perhaps? I don't know. I don't know what kind of person lived there. Got Tropico 6, El Perez edition. Goat of Duty, yes, that's the real game, not a parody. Okay, right on, understood. And Tabletop Playground, cool, right on. I actually haven't heard of the second two. I haven't heard of Goat of Duty or Tabletop Playground, but I just downloaded Tropico 8, I think, on Game Pass or something like that. I didn't get to play too much of it yet, because it's a kind of a heavy game, honestly. There's a lot to it. But I like the attitude of it. It seems kind of fun. Okay, so I'm not sure exactly where to go, but I'm gonna try to open this door we couldn't open before. Nope. Maybe gotta go back downstairs then. Okay, then maybe it was 6. I just thought it was 8 for some reason. Yeah, it's whatever one's on Game Pass, which is probably the most recent one.
My name's Emma. I thought you should know.
She's talking me through this now? Hello? I can't use it. Well, it looks like I can use my key card over here, maybe. Ah, yeah, here we go. What's behind door number 3? Oh, look at that. It's kind of interesting to see these buildings be like underground. When you look up, there's no sky. It's just like the top of a cave.
But I can't see anything. Most of the cameras have been disabled. I'd love to see how the German elites lived. I bet it's glamorous.
It is
Is
fancy.
this thing even on?
It's just so fancy. They even made this like river down here and everything. Fancy. Discover the path to the rebirth of the Third Reich. Explore the cradle of the Aryan race and the source of its power. Unravel the secret that shall swell the ranks of our army and overwhelm our enemies on the day of reckoning. Come to the inaugural meet of the Foshrogans. I'm like, I can't even read that second word. I can't even read the rest of it. Das Anderby, led by Professor Bruno Berger, anthropologist and member of the 1938 to 1939 German expedition to Tibet. During this expedition, he unearthed the mysterious underground land of Argotha and the source of Aryan power. Power which will now serve to defeat our enemies, discover the research whose fruits will soon allow us to wipe the enemies of our National Socialist homeland from the face of the earth. Do not sit idly by. Come and take part in the rebirth of our great Germany. Join us at 21:05 after dinner at the meeting point. So they found in this underground area, I think, because I think this area we're in is Argotha, right? And they must have found some special thing down here, it sounds like. This is the second time I think they've mentioned some sort of source of power. It's funny how like they just find it and they're like, oh, this is the source of all of our power. So if you want to know who it was Nevril, okay, who's a friend of Jermaine, I don't even know, it's J-Man, I'll say. He's a friend of Michael's. That's cool, dude. Hell yeah, man. Looks like we got a door I can possibly go in over here. Let's check that out. Someone's jacket and hat, huh? Fancy clocks. He just goes by J-Man or Destin, so either of those work. Right on. What do we got here? A photograph of what? Disgusting. This looks like a photograph of people in here.
Is that you? I can hear your footsteps.
Can you see me drinking this here alcohol? Don't worry about how old I am. It's the apocalypse. Yeah, I hear a rag or something. Is that interesting somehow? Oh, okay. Am I gonna make a Molotov or something? I got a rag and some alcohol. It's the ingredients for a Molotov cocktail. A little fire in there. Check it out.
I'm here.
Okay. I think there's a working camera in here. It's so dirty I can barely see a thing.
You can try cleaning
I
it.
can try cleaning it.
Really? That would be great.
I just got this
By the
rag.
way,
Maybe that's what it's for.
You never told me your name.
It's Shimon.
Nice to meet you, Shimon.
Come on.
Find something to help you clean the camera.
So SZ is like SH? A bottle of some chemical
There's
here.
a bottle of some kind of chemical here.
What kind of chemical?
I don't know. I don't speak German.
The drinking kind, I think.
What?
It doesn't matter. What does it say on the label?
Is that what it's on
Don't
the
tell
label?
me it's a solvent and you tried to sniff it. And now you're lying on the ground unconscious. Don't worry. I'll be here when you wake up. Wait. If it's really a solvent, you could use it to clean the camera. Just please don't touch it with your hands. Find something to pour it on.
What is it, like acetone or something? Is that what we're saying? She's saying I shouldn't huff this stuff? What's the huff button? Is it H to huff?
It works. Wow. What you guys you have?
All the better to see you with.
Now you should say.
Oh, the better to see you with.
Do you know that story?
Dude.
Moral is you shouldn't trust strangers because they'll eat you. But I promise not to eat you if that makes you feel better.
Is that the moral of that story?
This place
Isn't the
is a
huntsman
mess.
or whatever the
What's that
a stranger?
at the end of the balcony?
Let's check it out.
Put his legs up. His kidneys are starting to fail. There is not much we can do for him now.
There is. You know that.
I'm too tired to have that discussion again.
What do you away, it hasn't helped them so far.
Oh, that was horrific. I don't even know what to say.
Guess I'm done in this area for now.
Hey, Mayday.
Hey, what's up, Vince? How you doing, dude? How are you today? Good to see you, buddy. How was your vacation? I guess I assume you're back from it? Oh. Some more fine artwork. Yes, very fine. Very good. It's like a mini art installation. Maybe that was the point. Nothing for a young boy to find. A little alcohol there, a little alky. You good? Yeah, I got back at 4 a.m. this morning. Ooh, that's pretty early in the morning. How's it feel to be back? Beach is pretty awesome. Yeah, dude, first time at the ocean, right? So pretty cool, I bet. The ocean's pretty amazing, kind of like mountains are, you know? Just something so big you can hardly fathom it. Ooh, what do we got in here? A little model train, huh? Who doesn't love a good model train? Nothing of interest to the boy. Keep going. I feel like all this infrastructure would have been so hard to make. In a cave, you know, you gotta bring all this concrete and stuff in there, or you gotta mix it in here, I guess, probably. What have we here? Weekly report, March 18th, 1966. Monday, 46 went, 43 came back, -3 people. Today, 43 went, 42 came back, -1. Wednesday, 42 went, 36 came back, -6. Thursday, 36 went, 24 came back, -12. Friday, 22 went, 17 came back, -5. If this continues, then I guess we're fucked. Pretty grim. I wonder where those people were going. Were they going to the surface, you think? Or is it that they were going, like, just out of, like, their little bunker against some other, like, people, maybe? Alright, here's the big one. Be careful now. Nope. More Greta posters. She's pretty popular. Perhaps a high-functioning heroin addict. Felt great to sleep in my bed, yeah. It was my first time seeing the ocean, awesome experience, but got a bit burnt. Oh yeah, I can see that happening, dude. That'll happen out at the beach, my friend. Glad you had a good time, dude. That's awesome. Order number 262. No devotional or ritualistic objects are permitted in the shelter. You can anonymously surrender any such objects in this room. If you are found with any in your possession, you will be charged with treason. Dominica. Okay, interesting. That's a Dominica guy again. He was the leader of that weird religious group, I guess. If I remember right. So we got big eagle statue. Torn down. Got a bunch of scaffolding here. Okay. What's behind this this here plaque? Yes. Let's check this door over here. Oh, what's this?
The anchor symbolizes how strongly we hold to our values. Values which are not up for discussion. A storm rages on the surface. We are whipped back and forth by the gale, but our values remain unchanged. Our fathers, our mothers, our grandmothers and grandfathers, they all shed their blood for principles. Today, so too will we shed our blood. But this time, we shall conquer and seize our future.
Okay. Looks like I got a whole lot there, but alright. Characterization or whatever, I guess. Right. Is that a door? Let's check that one out. I think we got some sort of like a tailor or a boutique. Nothing. It's all for show. Yeah, it looks like this elevator's not working. What we got here, though? Can't get through there. What we got here? Dear all, when they cheated us during the food distribution, that should have been the last straw. I was naive to think they could still be reasoned with. I don't think anyone has any more doubts. We strike at noon. Remember, these people no longer resemble the people we once knew. He brainwashed them. Don't pity them. They wouldn't afford you the same kindness. This is people going against Dominica or whatever, I'm assuming. I watched a movie last night. I guess I'm a little bit reminded of it because of the I don't know, kind of the atmosphere of this. But it was on Amazon. It was called oh, what's it called? The Blackout Invasion Earth, I think was the subtitle. And it was a pretty interesting movie. I felt like it was more of just like a fun action movie at the end than it really had anything to say. But it was kind of interesting that it was like this alien race is who actually placed us here, but they placed us here in order to get the planet ready as they traveled here. And so once they are almost here, what they did was they just like turned off all of electronics for the entire Earth except for the circle that was around Moscow for some reason. And then they also made everybody like kill themselves, but not like do anything to themselves, but they just made their brains like create a neurotoxin that just kills them or whatever. Except it's most people. There are some that are left alive and some animals that are left alive as well, but it does it to most creatures on the surface, and then that's like getting the Earth ready for them to arrive. But then they end up meeting like this one alien who gets there ahead of the rest of the aliens because he doesn't like what they're doing, and he wants to kill the leader of the person who's leading that generation ship, I guess, who is called Ra. So I guess it's supposed to be like Ra, the Egyptian god. Oh, hey, what's up, Dan? How's it going?
Prepare for awesome. And high.
Prepare for awesome.
High.
Dan is here, everyone.
Welcome,
What's up,
Majors.
Dan? Hey, if you guys haven't checked out Dan Thompson Music, he's got a great channel. I was lurking a little bit earlier today, Dan. I know I didn't say anything, but I was lurking and hanging out a little bit. But he's got a fun channel to hang out and watch, so definitely check him out. What's up, Dan? How are you? But yeah, so in this movie, they have the aliens end up like fighting each other and stuff, and it's just like it ends up like being like kind of meaningless because like a couple of people live and there's not even enough humans to like reboot humanity. But I don't know, it was a fun ride, I guess. But it's called The Blackout Invasion Earth on Amazon if you guys are interested in that plot at all. It is pretty interesting. Oh yeah, you noticed me in that right on. Yeah, no problem with that, Lurk, dude. Hey, what's up, Layla? How are you? Always good to hear from you. How are you doing today? Yeah, Dan and Layla, how was your day today? Hope you guys are doing good. So happy to see you guys. Yeah, I was just blabbing about a movie I was watching earlier, some weird movie. I thought it was interesting because I think it's a Russian film too, because everything was dubbed over, so I could tell that they were speaking, I think Russian, I assume, because they're in Moscow. And everything was just very well dubbed. I felt like all the voice actors did a really good job in that movie. I was sold on like the emotion behind all of the lines, even if the lips didn't line up, you know?
Hey, I was getting lonely.
No, I was talking about a movie, sorry.
I hope you don't mind.
Is your name Awa?
Did you say your name was Eva?
Ava?
Yes, that's right.
So you have the same name as that thing.
Could you please not compare me to a lifeless machine?
See, she might be a lifeless machine.
Eva is spelled E-W-A, not E-V-E. I thought we agreed to trust each other.
I guess I still don't.
I guess I still don't.
Well, I can't really blame you.
We don't really know anything about her.
Everything we learn about this place is about people stabbing each other in the back. So here's what I suggest. Each of us says something about themselves. Something personal. I'll start. I was born in Kharkov, but I spent most of my life living in a small village in the mountains. My dad is sort of a pastor. I was always really impressed by how he managed to inspire his people.
They skipped over a line there.
My mom. Your turn. Remember something personal.
My mom passed away recently. I think the man in the picture is my father. I have a slingshot at home that I really like. No, I'll give you the first one. The slingshot one's funny. I'm all good, thank you. Not to complain about. Oh, that's good to hear. It's always good.
I'm sorry to hear that. And now you're looking for the man in the picture. Did he know your mom?
I think so.
I think we're thinking that's Lucian, I think.
Thank you for telling me that.
We've hinted at
Couldn't
that
have been
might be
easy.
him.
I should keep going.
Right. Thanks for the chat, Shimon. Talk to you later.
There we go. Got a little bonding there. That was nice. How you doing? I'm doing good. Today was a good day, I'd say. And I'm glad that we got this game going again, because I ran into a bug last time. But so far, so good. Turned off head bobbing, and we haven't had a single problem so far. Oh, did I miss something in there? You gotta get up early. Oh, right on. Sounds good, Dan. Dad life, yeah. Have a great stream and thanks for popping into mine. Yeah, no problem, dude. Thank you again as well. Much love, you guys, and all chat. Hell yeah, Dan. Yeah, once again, guys, if you haven't checked out Dan, definitely throw a follow his way. He's got a great channel, a lot of fun. You have a good night, Dan. All right, here we go. And away we go. Getting some creepy run-down markings on the walls. Oh, look at this, another battery thing. Oh yes, marvelous glory. Oh, another control area. Let's see what we learn here. Anything to read before we open the computer app? Nothing, alright. Put the battery in the slot. I mean, it's got a peace symbol on it.
Out of here?
Sure, just give me a second to find you on the monitors.
I found another Eve memory too.
We don't need to play it. The system doesn't seem to require it.
What if I want to?
Why would you want to?
Yeah, what if we
Has
want to?
anything good come from digging up the past? So far, it's all been stories of destruction and betrayal.
I found the man I'm looking for in one of these recordings.
I'd rather you didn't waste our time with another memory tube. You know my opinion, do what you want.
Well, I want to play
I
it.
want to play it.
Let's get a little bit of that plot. A little story behind it. I'm going in robot mode. It was stuck at 99%. A classic. Is this a Windows update? Son of a bitch.
Restoring last failure report. Host 0 unknown, 77% operational. Host 1 inactive, 0% operational. Defect log, March 21st, 1966. Scanning surface radiation levels. Surface radiation 352.
We should be able to
MSV.
in a couple of months.
Status uninhabitable.
That is, if we choose.
Incoming call.
Answer it.
Opening audio channel
We
92.
need to talk.
Well, this certainly is a surprise. To what do I owe the pleasure, Dominica?
I want to negotiate.
No.
Oh, shit.
As I've already told you, the situation is simple. We split the food 3 ways. You get a third, we get a third, and the rest will be given as an offering to the gods. If it weren't for their guidance, we wouldn't have found the food to begin with. We must pay our respects.
Fine.
Fine.
We'll split the food 3 ways, but on one condition. You take down those turrets.
I'll take them down. Eventually. If you keep your end of the bargain for the next 2 months, then I'll agree to remove them. Think of it as a grace period.
If you want production to continue, then you need to take them down. Now.
The thing is, Dominica, I need you less than you might think. Come back when you've come to your senses.
Wait. Let's not make any hasty decisions. I'm sure we can come to an understanding, Lucian.
What's happening?
Morning security breach. Security turrets deactivated.
She tricked us.
Enemy channel.
I don't know what you're...
You'll find out soon enough. But I can promise this won't end well for you.
Find her.
Warrant requested received. Warrant request for Dominica.
Those turrets back online.
Location, locating colonists. Activating security turrets.
Show me the map.
Inhabitants located.
They're already on their way. They mustn't get across the bridge, do you understand? Hold them back.
Enable traffic control. Enabling security barrier successful. Escape. Scanning for weapons. Warning, blunt weapons detected. Threat level high.
It's not working. We have to blow it up. We have to blow up the bridge, do you understand? There is no other way. If we don't, all of this will have been for nothing.
Activating security turrets
The
successful.
turrets are back online. Authorize the use of lethal force. Make sure no one's on the bridge when it explodes.
Security elevation in progress. Warning, there are 14 civilians in line of fire. Use lethal force. Use of lethal force not
What have you
authorized.
done? You still don't understand how any of this works, do you?
Scanning bridge. Colonists detected. 43.
I didn't want this.
Manual override detected.
I didn't want any of this.
Arming explosives. Warning. Eve console may be damaged. Proceed.
Made me do this.
Detonation in 3, 2, 1. Detonating.
Did I make the wrong decision not to authorize lethal force? Let's kill those people. Keep forgetting that robot voice is you, and I think it's in game thing too good. Hell yeah, I was hoping that it was going off like that. Because I feel like you get a lot more of it when you're reading that, and you know, as like viewers, you guys might not be like that into, you know, looking at the screen. So I'm glad it fit pretty well. I'm worried that I chose the wrong thing there, but isn't this the past? It's weird that I get to like make selections when it's just a recording, right? But I guess it's just like, that's just like a meta game thing that I get to make those decisions perhaps. Maybe in the in-game world, those were decisions already made. I was thinking the same thing, right? Yeah. It kind of be an interesting way of telling a story is like every time you're getting a piece of information, you get like, well, what do you want to have happen, player? You know? No way, there you go. Thanks for that resub, Noel. For 9 months, we just had our stream baby. I was thinking the same thing when you were being a robot earlier. Yeah, right on. Oh, you being the robot. Just gotta remember to turn those things off when I'm done with them. Yeah, happy Tuesday, dude. How you doing? I love seeing those new sub emotes or whatever. I also updated so when anybody gifts a sub, it'll also play one of those animations as well. I was playing the game like it's a shooter for a second. I was like, is there any baddies over there? Default mode. Uh-oh. So this is the bridge that he blew up? I do a little Lara Croft in here. I'll do it just like Laura. Back to work, just chilling now. Yeah, nice. There you go, dude. Got a little bit of a vacation hangover going on. Kind of wishing you were back there. You know, after I do something cool, it's always like rough the next couple of days because it's like, oh man. Oh shit. Just out of ammo, so it can't shoot me. That's kind of scary. It's tracking me right above my head, apparently. It's calibrated for someone a little bit taller. This is a pretty cool underground facility, though, I gotta say. Like, look at that over there. It's like there's a little city. It's pretty cool. You know, if it wasn't for the Nazi stuff, it'd be pretty cool. Like I'm just wandering about. It's wherever there seems to be a path, you just walk it. That's how the game works. Walking simulator. I missed a lot of plot. Not a whole lot. What did we learn, guys? We learned that they were trying to use the story of Atlantis as their origin, but it was like a lie. People were acknowledging that, but they were trying to like tell these people that the Aryans came from Atlanteans. And they're trying to use that as a propaganda to try to help them believe in their mission more, I guess, or something like that. And maybe even just to believe in the fact that the Aryan race was like the great race or whatever, something like that. But what else did we learn? We learned, well, the computer system here is called Eve, EVE, and the girl that we're talking to is Ava, which is EWE. And so there's like that kind of weird connection. I'm thinking more and more that the AI that runs this place is what we're talking to, but That's kind of about it. Oh yeah, no, there was Lucian. Lucian might be the guy in the photo, and he seemed to have been fighting this Dominica person who was like, I thought like a religious rebel, but I don't really know who was the religious one. But either way, they were like at odds, and they had groups of people, Lucian and Dominica. And Lucian, we think, is the guy that was in the photo with our mother that we keep looking at. So yeah, I think that's about what we learned. And then we just went through that interaction. I think you might have seen it just now when we when he blew up a bridge trying to stop Dominica's people from like taking all of the food or something. Are we jumping, dude? Or are we just looking? Just having a little look-see. Nah, they're just looking. Yeah, not crazier than what the actual Nazis did. Yeah, I hear that. Transcription of an automatic recording triggered by detection of the keyword GOAT via the intercom system. Zofia Nabagalwa. That goat. There was something odd about it. Algia Nabagolo. Man, I'm just gonna call him Al. Zofia and Al, they're talking here. Okay. So Al says, what do you mean, odd? Had horns, a tail, a goat like any other. Zofia, but did you see what it did? Al, goat thing stood around? Zofia, exactly, stood in the grass and didn't even take a bite. Al, maybe it wasn't hungry. Zofia, Al, have you ever seen a goat that wasn't hungry? That's like a calf with two heads. Don't you remember how in 43 the Schlagets goats ate all our grass in the yard? And then ate your belt too, and you had to truss your trousers up with twine. Don't act like you don't know goats never stop eating. I'm telling you, something with that goat ain't right. Al, well, it's a miracle goat. Maybe miracle goats are more particular about what they eat. Zofia, you old fool. You'd believe anything if some pretty young thing lifted her skirt for you. You'd think it was for true love and not the 6 pounds of dried meat in the larder. Another like mentioning of a goat, because we read a story earlier about somebody who went out and found a goat, and they were really surprised to have found, I think, anything alive. And it was in the writer's room, or at least I thought it was the writer's room, because they had a lot of books. So I don't know.
Can you see this?
Eva.
No, where are you?
Yeah, mysterious mutant goats.
Looks like a food processing factory. Eva? Eva?
Push the button. Let's try the top button. Nothing. Oh, door open. That was creepy. Middle button. Nothing. Bottom button. I open all the gates. Okay. This is for like livestock. I knew goats are sketchy, yeah, Layla. Sketchy ass goats. I'm sure we haven't heard the last of that goat. There's a reason why the goat's the sign of the devil. Damn devil goats. No shit! And then we're on a conveyor belt? Holy shit.
Help me!
Oh no, it's the automatic butcher! What do I do? What do I do? There's no quick time event? Oh, okay. Just stand up. That's all you do. Stand up and get off. That's all. It's all good. Don't worry about it, guys. Yeah, no worries. No worries. We're still good. No, James! Some resub for 7 months. Thanks, James. How you doing today? Yeah, hype. Can I get some hype and D's in the chat for James in that 7 months, man? How are you, James? How the heck are you? Good to see you. Oh yeah, there you go. Get that D-splosion. Doing well. Good to hear. Thanks for the D. That's right. Here at Dom Dynamite, we give everybody the D.
Eva, can you hear me?
There you go, so thank you. Hype.
I need to tell you something. You saved my life, and not just now. When my mom passed away, I didn't think I could carry on alone. There was no one, nothing left for me to live for.
Dom's explosion in your face.
I needed someone to be there for me.
Alright, you guys, so as soon as we get done with this little interaction, we'll get to that D20 battle.
Not him. I have a goal now. I'm going to find you.
So we've given up on finding Dad, and we're gonna find Ava. So that's where we're at now. Oh, you gotta go ahead and E-roll, yeah, because I haven't got the dice in yet. They come in Thursday, so hopefully we'll have it for Thursday stream, but it might come in during the stream, so hopefully, or definitely probably Friday, so. Oh, you haven't seen the Triple D yet? Well, here you go, buddy. Well, here, let me just show it to you before we get into the actual Dom's Dice Engine slide or whatever. Let me show. This is, I modeled this last week, guys, during my break, and printed it, and I've rigged it up with a webcam, and this is what we call Dom's Dice Dungeon. See the D logo. I haven't finished coloring it or coating it with some nail polish yet, but it's looking pretty good. Yeah, look at that. Turned out really nice. I really like it. And it's super nice because I could even like do the whole Dom's Dice Dungeon and hold it like this right here if we wanted to. But I usually like to keep it right here. It's got a little bit more light over there, I think, perhaps. All right, here we go. What I gotta beat? I gotta beat a 7. Okay, here we go. I'm gonna roll it. As you can see here, roll it around, and toss it in. I got a 17! Beat you. Thank you for playing so, but you still get that free Stream Loose pack, of course. Oh yeah, guys, that's Dom's Dice Dungeon for you. Oh, the music's still going. That's alright, it's about to end. Alright, coming at you. The 3-card pack, sending it at you. There you go. Got your complimentary Stream Loots pack. Thanks, man. That turned out amazing. Thank you very much. That's sick. Awesome. Thank you. That's pretty wicked. Hell yeah. Thanks, guys. Yeah, I'm really glad with the way it turned out. Especially since I wasn't really sure how I was going to pull it off when I went to start it. I think it's pretty cool. So I'm glad you guys like it as well. And it's so much better for the dice roll stuff because since the dice lands in the middle every time, it's so much easier to make sure you guys can read it, you know, and you guys get to see it tumble around. So yeah, I think it's pretty cool. I like it. Okay, here we got something else here. Stenographic record request letter. According to the settlement office, we are to be supplied with 200 tons of spelt no later than on March the 1st of 1960. No such delivery has been made thus far. This is an urgent matter. I expect a prompt response. Your response has been noted. The delay is due to the unfathomable stupidity of Polish bandits. They wanted to blow up the NSS outpost, but their explosive exploded prematurely, destroying a nearby storage facility that was holding a spelt meant for Zuhlendorf. We will supply you with spelt as soon as possible. Interesting. Yeah, that looks so clear. It reminds me of the hype watching the lotto balls on TV. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, absolutely. Back in the day, probably January 1st because they're weird. Oh yeah. I was thinking that in my head as I was reading it. I'm like, I don't really know. Yeah, it could be January 3rd. I guess I was thinking maybe it'd be the first because you think the first of the month is when they want to. I don't know. Who knows what they've regionalized. Either way, we know that there was a shipment that didn't come in and needed to. Yeah, one thing with the Dom's Ice Engine, I think I might reprint the arm a little bit taller, because I think in order to get it to, I could focus a little bit better on the dice. I think it was a little bit further away. Yeah, let me put the letter right back in your face. Yeah, like, this belongs in the trash. I'm back in the trash with you. Get rid of that real quick. There we go. No, look at this. Got a grow op going strong. Even though there's no one here to take care of it. I mean, in my experience, when I'm trying to take care of plants, they die. So when people aren't here, they're thriving. Is that what I've been doing wrong this whole time? Just gotta do less, dude. Either that or it's fully automated. Is it bad that I was expecting pot plants? I mean, I don't know. The Nazis have anything to do with pot? I think these are tomatoes. I think I've seen a couple of little tomatoes down in there at the bottom. Some red duders. Good tomato plants, so those are easy to grow, yeah. Yeah, I've definitely heard that tomatoes are easy to grow. My mom used to grow them all the time as well. I want to try perhaps growing some aroma tomatoes so I can make my own sauce out of tomatoes that I grew myself. No, come on! It's a heavy ass door, dude. The Dom's Ice Dungeon is a completely unique and creative viewer engagement activity, and I think it came out 110% perfect. Thank you so much, Stella. Hell yeah. Thank you so much for that. And that sounds like the perfect way to advertise the stream. It sounds like you're like writing that for my resume or something. Oh, depression. Oh, here we go. Now we're into depression. We've been through like the stages of grief. Oh look, it's the number 4. All right, before we're gonna do that, I'm gonna go use the restroom really quick, guys. I just downed a whole Gatorade before the stream. Don't go away, I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. Thanks for sticking around, folks. I don't know how, but I seem to be good at describing things. Yeah, I think he's got like that good vocabulary, you know? And how to use the right words to be very articulate. I feel like I think that's what I noticed about that statement for sure. I like that. It's a talent. I feel like not too many people have that. I remember going when I was I went to ITT Tech for a minute, and it's actually how I got my current job, because I went to a lady there who she was her big talent, pretty much, was to rewrite your resume for you and make you sound a lot cooler than you made yourself sound. And she did such an amazing job, and just like what you did there kind of reminds me of that. Just knew how to say it in the right way, you know. Sometimes when I describe my own life, it's just like a lot less exciting than maybe it could sound. You know?
Level 4.
Here's
This
number
is where
4.
the labs are supposed to be.
I knew you'd make it.
Eva?
Yes, I'm here if you need me.
Sound like you were selling a perfect product. Yeah, exactly. Never done sales, could be good at it. Yeah, you could be good at it, absolutely. Or even doing stuff like the resume thing. People could probably definitely pay you to do that. Like the one that Biden just gave a bunch of loan forgiveness for. Oh, did he do that for ITT Tech? Yeah, I didn't go there for very long. I've already paid off anything that I owed to them, so I wouldn't unfortunately get any forgiveness there.
I
But
don't see a microphone.
because
How are
the
you
branch of
hearing me?
ITT Tech I was going to close like right away, so ITT Tech and like DeVry, yeah, because they got like sued or something, right? They got in trouble for something. I think that's why my branch got closed that I was at. But hey, I mean, I got the job where I work now because of my experience and my time there, so it's hard to get mad about it, to be honest. Yeah, you get false promises. Yep, that's what it was. Yeah, absolutely. Which is what my original school that I am still paying student loans also did, so I really wish they'd give me forgiveness for that one. Could really use that one. But apparently I don't get forgiveness on that. Even though they also got sued and have closed down. I'm 2 for 2 on closed down colleges. Oh man, my track record's horrible. All right, attention, Chief Commander of Military Colonies, top secret. If the civilian commandant A demonstrates incompetence, endangers the completion of the E project, leads the colony into disarray, or places its continued existence in danger, fails to meet production quotas for 3 consecutive months, B exhibits signs of incapacity, mental or physical illness, rendering him incapable of performing his duties, he must be eliminated and a replacement chosen. Heil Hitler, Reichenführer SS Heinrich Himmler. It's probably the best I've pronounced any of the names so far right there. I'm a director of HR in my organization, seen so many bad resumes. Yeah, see, you'd have even better experience right there, so. Because you know what not to do. You know so many people, like so many mistakes that people make over and over again, I bet. Because I felt like they should do that for art. Yeah, exactly, Shiley. You know exactly what I'm talking about. That's exactly what they should do for art institutes. Because they had so many false promises. Such a garbage school for what they were like acting like it was, you know, what they sold to us. Definitely preying on the naivety of young high school kids who want to be artists. So what am I supposed to like get this elevator to work somehow? One of those speakers above it. Oh, what do we got over here?
Hey, I can see the top of your head in one of the
Oh,
cameras.
what? Is that a key?
How are you talking through
What's
it?
this? What's this?
What do you mean?
It looks like a...
Is that the one that's supposed to like draw an owl million? No, not that one. I mean, maybe. And that's not how it worked for me.
See everything you see.
They just acted like it was a private school, but then they let like everybody in for the money of it, and they like made these claims that they could like place you in that field like for sure 99% chance, and that was not true at all. Like my specific branch that I went to hadn't even done that. They weren't even old enough to have done something like that yet. Oh crap, I wasn't really listening, but I got the key. Sorry guys, when I talk over him, I shouldn't be doing that. It's gotta go somewhere, right? I assume I want to go down here, because that looks like a place I could go, and that does not. Okay, yeah, here we go.
Sit still. I have to type it in. Okay, got it. It should be open now. We're unstoppable.
doing? What did I do here? Oh, okay. Did I do anything? Maybe like my character actually did put something in one of those slots or something. They made me feel bad for not treating like it was a bad for not treating like it was a community college, but it wasn't. Right, yeah, it's supposed to be a private school. Like you're supposed to get interviewed and people were supposed to like not make the cut because they like wanted me to bring a portfolio of film and stuff that I had done and stuff, and I had brought it, you know, like I had done video stuff before, and so I was like trying to be really well prepared, and they didn't seem to give a shit, because then it's like I'd go to a class and there'd be somebody sitting next to me he'd barely ever show up, he had never even done any of this stuff before, you know, and it's just like, and they let this guy in, like, you know what I mean? That was one of my first like clues, I feel like. That, and they had like no equipment, like they promised all this equipment and there was like not even enough to go around of what little they had. Okay, I'll shut up.
Or you have to keep going. Especially now, when you're so close. The control room is somewhere on this level.
We're trying to get to the control room because Ava is in the control room. So that's the significance there. Whoa, look at that.
How deep underground are we?
I'm not sure.
not the way. I work for a private college, but I know we work hard to place our graduates right. Yeah, there's probably plenty of good private colleges out there, but yeah, they were definitely one of them that did the whole false promises thing, you know.
It looks more like a prison to me.
So this is where they kept the criminals.
Just like there's good vocational schools out there and stuff too, but ITT Tech wasn't a great one.
Our architecture is much older than anything else around here. It's not even connected to the mainframe.
You know a lot about this stuff.
You do know a lot about it. That's pretty sus.
I have a lot of time on my hands just sitting here.
A likely story from an AI who's trying to act like they're human. Does anyone here have experience using docking stations for the computer setup? I use a docking station at work. I haven't used it in a while, but we have docks that I just like click it in and then it goes. You have a question about them, Stella? Yeah, super sus, exactly, Shanna. Can't get any of these doors, they're all locked. Okay, here. That's where they keep the good drugs. I mean, you know, the effective ones, right? Oh, nothing. I can open it, but I can't pick anything up. Disappointed. So these ones don't have locks above them. Can I walk in these? No. Gotta test them all. You know. Just to see. Make sure the power connector is plugged into the docking station, not the laptop. Yeah, there you go. That's a good one to remember. And I feel like that's a mistake that you could easily make. Yeah, it's good to have a second powered cable for the docking station in case you are still using it as a laptop. Just keep one in the laptop bag, one attached to the dock.
They were issued a one-use punch card for good behavior. So, if we want to go downstairs, we'll have to find an unused punch card.
Unused punch card.
Try opening up the cells.
In the cells, okay. Unused punch card in the cells. All right. Rules and regulations. Each matron taking part in the Quelle der Intelligence program will be granted a one-use punch card for good behavior, as one-use punch cards can be exchanged for a visit to the first floor of the complex. Good behavior merits can be gained by abiding by the following rules. 1. Curfew. Matrons may not leave their rooms between 2100 and 6:30. Hygiene. Matrons are required to maintain good personal hygiene. Cleanliness will be monitored by the superintendent. Medicine intake. Each matron will be prescribed a course of medication by their attending physician. Matrons must follow the medication intake as instructed. Nutrition. Number 4. Patrons are required to eat all of the food that is brought to them by the superintendent. The above-mentioned rules are subject to change by the attending physicians. Not abiding by the instructions of the attending physicians may be punishable by death. Whoa. That got real quick. So can I go in here? A bunch of locked doors sounds like life. Yeah, I can see that. I hear that. I have a hockey puck hub. Oh, but it does not power the devices. I want to make sure I'm buying the right thing. Does a docking station replace a surge protector? And if not, is it safe to plug the docking station into the surge protector? Yeah, it doesn't replace the surge protector, and you should plug it into the surge protector. I feel like that's triple layers and unsure if it's beneficial or ill-advised. Because yeah, the docking station doesn't protect the laptop. It's just like something to make it convenient for the ports and to have the laptop like understand that it's in the docking state, I believe. It's just like, yeah, exactly. No, it doesn't replace a surge protector. It's safe to plug in. Yeah. Yeah, it requires its own power. Yeah, because it also wants to power all of the, you know, adapters or whatever it's got inside of it. Maybe it's got like a USB hub built in, and it wants them to be powered hubs and all that stuff. So you want the power cable to be going to the docking station, and you want that to then be plugged into the surge protector to protect the docking station and the laptop. Docking station should have its own power cable as well. Yeah, you should. Yeah, because you'll want one in like your bag or whatever. In case, because they might use like the same compatible connector as your laptop, depending on, you know, the brain probably. That's how mine worked. Yeah, most docking stations are USB-C now. Oh, are they? Nice. There you go. Yeah, USB-C is a pretty amazing connector, man. It can do a lot. Dear Professor, as a specialist in the field of dentistry, I would like to turn your attention to the teeth-related aspects of your program. Research has shown that over 90% of Polish women suffer from tooth decay and other dental diseases, negatively affecting their reproductive capacity. Dental diseases delay the onset of pregnancy and are significant factors in miscarriages and low birth weight. Oral hygiene must be meticulously maintained during pregnancy. Bile spat up during morning sickness destroys enamel. Women must rinse their mouths with water after each expulsion. I suggest each woman admitted to the program undergoes full dental treatment before being sent to the farm. Once there, they must be supplied with oral hygiene supplies and supervised in their use. Heil Hitler, Hauptschenführer, Dr. Willy Frank, dental consultant. Willy Frank. That's a name I can read right there. I like that. Mine's not USB-C. Yeah, mine's definitely not either, but mine's a little old. On the old side. Long in the tooth, as they say. Thank you all. This is my area of expertise and lucky to have you all as friends. Hell yeah, anytime. I love having questions like that.
Let's grab the punch card and get out of here.
Oh, there we go. All the doors are open.
No. I think we should pay respect to the story.
Here's an HP. Mine's a, what, Toshiba?
To be forgotten.
Yeah, Toshiba. Mine has this weird, like, proprietary connector that it clicks down into on its docking station. What do we have here? Punch card? It's not a blank one, though.
Look, this one hasn't been used at all. We could leave now.
Has it not?
We're only
It's
allowed
got 3
to go
punches.
downstairs a couple of times, and this woman never even used her pass.
Cha-ching! The first one I found was the one I needed, huh? Still gotta look at them all, though, you know. Looking for clues. So is this like a woman farm like thing? You know, like a baby farm with women in it? Is that what was going on here? Is that the vibe I'm getting? I prefer the station with the old school slap it down style.
How
Yeah.
bad is the world
pow.
outside the prison? Seems like a better option.
I guess that's kind of like the one I got. Kind of just slap it down. Yeah, baby farm grody, absolutely. Tomato farm, we saw the plants earlier. But no, the guy was talking about pregnant women and stuff, and these are cells. So I don't think that I'm in a tomato farm just anymore. I think they're farming some other stuff here as well. Farm tomatoes and beds. Any chance we could test see if Thieves is a thing could crossplay with y'all? Oh yeah, with the cloud stuff? Yeah, we can test that. You should be able to. I think it definitely should work, but yeah, we can definitely test that tomorrow if you'd like. I think usually Nightwolf can't play until later, and we'd still have a 4th slot if both Moth and Lemur are still playing, which I haven't connected with them yet on that to make sure that they both can play, but yeah, it is crossplay. I think Stella would probably just like to check it out to make sure that when she tries to play it through the cloud streaming service, that it works for her. I think it's kind of more like what she's going for. I mean, that's what I would think. All right, let's read this real quick. Day 3. It is my 3rd day here, and still I marvel at the conditions in this place. Everything is clean to the point of sterility. The Germans treat us with a measure of politeness, and the food is fantastic. I've never eaten such frequent, delicious, filling meals. Plus, they see we get enough physical activity and maintain proper hygiene. They even make sure we brush our teeth after every meal. Before I was brought here, they subjected me to every medical examination imaginable. It would all be like a wonderful vacation, except I still don't know where I am, nor why I am here. And I have no one to talk to about it at all. I share my room with Stefa, but as soon as we enter it, she begins crying into her pillow. I tried to speak to the other girls in the cafeteria, but they only point to the walls with an uneasy look in their eyes. Is someone eavesdropping? It seems I have to survive a while longer without conversation. At least I have you, dear diary. Dude, sounds like some fucked up shit, dude. Yeah, it should be fully cross-beam through cloud. Yeah. I think it's just fun to test stuff. I think it's nice to know. Like, you guys can reassure us all you want, but I think it would still be nice to test it out. Yeah, make sure your internet speed can handle it. Exactly. And the gigabyte download hopefully should be smooth. Yeah, I think that should hopefully be pretty smooth. I assume your upload's pretty good too, right? So that is definitely some interesting information on what they were doing here. I think it was a baby farm.
This one is used up.
Well, then don't keep it. Why'd you put it in your pocket? So even like the system for going upstairs for them was like automated with the punch card thing. You only get so many uses.
That's a lot of crossword puzzles.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
I'm happy to play and equally happy to watch, so it's easy for me to hop off when night becomes available. Okay, yeah, it's all good. Whoever's available, you know, just like to have fun. 1 gigabyte download, 1 kilobyte per second upload. Yeah, right, wouldn't that be crazy? James, they have such a crazy differential or whatever. Keep that crossword for later. Oh no, we're putting that back. Make sure we slide it back underneath that other page too. I'll gladly relinquish my ticket on the boat for you. Yeah, everybody's welcome on the sea, bitch, as long as she's got enough places to stand, I guess. No, we're still looking. We still got 2 more cells.
Damn, even the crossword puzzles here are depressing.
Those paintings.
What about them?
My mom used to draw some.
Oh, I should have looked at the paintings.
That's my mom's name. She was one of the prisoners.
Oh, wow.
Why did she never mention it to me?
What do you want to talk about?
So I was one of the babies in this place? Dear Sloa, which is his mom's name. So this is someone who's writing to his mom then? I am forever grateful for what you did for me. He looks exactly how I remember him. I was terrified when I realized that I was starting to forget him, but now, thanks to you, I don't have to worry anymore. He'll always be with me. I'm writing this to you because I know you don't like to talk about it, but I hope one day you also get to experience what it means to be a mother. Those brief moments that we share with our children make it all the suffering we go through worthwhile. I am praying to any god that is listening that they bless you with a child. Yours, Zosia. Interesting. The plot thickens, hmm? Dude, this is a really fun game to play with friends, right? Yeah, it's best to play with friends, I would think, personally. Sounds finally fun. Everyone is working together with the sales, lookout, etc. Exactly, man. It's so much fun when you have like an asymmetric type of gameplay, right? Where everybody's doing something different, but we're all working towards the same goal. I think that's really cool. Clone, oh, never mind, your mom's a painter, yeah. Because you're thinking like, it looks exactly like how it used to or whatever, yeah. It's a painting, not a clone. Pretty cool painting she's got in the room, that's for sure. His mom was a cool painter, that's for sure. Aw, thank you, Knight, but I'm gonna be noobing it up. Yeah, that's all good. Probably just going to fish and shoot Tom's awesome. Oh, yeah, the cannon, there you go. Yeah, we'll be doing the pirate's life stuff, so we'll have to drag you through the quest. Hopefully you'll have a good time. I know, we'll try to make it fun for you. Did you get a controller? Are you going to be trying, are you going to be using your phone or your laptop, or how are you going to try that out? This is also used up. See, I found the right one right away, so perfect. And a magazine. All right, now let's use the punch card to go up, I guess, an elevator or something. I haven't tried shooting my dog out of a cannon yet. It's good for aiming if you want to like shoot yourself onto an island. That's what I found. Let's just put the monkey in there, shoot the monkey, and then you can be like, okay, I need to aim it down a little more or something, you know. Where do I get the punch card after it's been punched, or?
I'm glad that's over.
Okay, I guess I'm never coming back.
Tree. It looks familiar.
Yeah, I'm glad I have the context of that message tonight. Yeah, otherwise that'd be a little fucked up, dude. Wait, what? What am I supposed to? Is it the tree that you want me to look at? What am I doing? There we go. Now let me do it. 2 buttons. Let's go up, I guess. It's a fancy button. That or it's broken, but it looks like it's made out of like crystal or something. Or maybe some sort of resin. Planning on using my work laptop and hopefully just keyboard and mouse controls. Or the Pro controller has not arrived yet. Okay, you might try to see if it lets you use keyboard and mouse, because I think when you use the cloud, it's like, it might be controller only, but you might be able to map it to the keyboard and mouse for all I know. I've just never tried that. You might try boot it up and just trying that out, unless you already have.
I've tried to be brave, but this is too much for me. Call for me when you're out of there.
I know that the PlayStation one doesn't let me use mouse and keyboard. I think that's the one I tested that out on the other day. It is, yeah, controller only for the PlayStation now. Nothing good in here. So this looks like it's like an infirmary, right? Maybe this is where they delivered the babies? Perhaps? Look at that, holy crap. Like, roots coming down, but why are there leaves on them? I don't think it would grow leaves in here. I guess maybe it was detecting that there was light or something? I don't know. I don't think that's how plants work. But it looks cool, alright? So I'll let it slide. It's all good. Go here. Instructions concerning the selection of children in the École de l'Intelligence program. Children involved in the program must pass a rigorous selection process. As the first step, children with the Aryan trait should be identified, that attacked my eye right at that moment. As the first step, children with Aryan traits should be identified. They will be passed to real German families, or once the program is underway, to the colonists. The remaining children should, by the time they are 5 years old at least, be split into 3 groups. A, those with above average intelligence as measured on the DISC. Deutsche Intelligenzsaka. Fewer, kinder. Okay, I'm sure I butchered that. Subjected to programming. B, those with normal intelligence prepared for field labor or factory work. C, those in any manner retarded, placed in the T4 program. Note, point, C does not apply to autistic children. They're difficult to manage, but score impressively in testing. Interesting they made the distinction. It almost makes it, like, reading this almost makes you feel like ants. Yeah, definitely not PC. I totally hear you there, Shiloh. But hey, it says it there. I mean, come on, it's just these people looked at it that way. You know what I mean? But yeah, this makes me feel like ants. You know what I mean? It's like how ants have worker ants, and then there are like soldier ants, and I think they're like kind of like all the same when they're born, but then they like get raised a certain way and they just like grow a certain way. I don't know. It's definitely interesting. I'm a solid C, says James. Oh dang! You boomed yourself. Oh, I need to catch up on some chat here. Reminds me of the shade MS Twitter was throwing. Tweet on a tablet and PS4 controller playing. Oh yeah, I love that. I thought that was so funny because like in the cloud gaming ad for Xbox, they had a person using a PS4 controller and they tweeted it out and they pointed out like, yeah, that's a PS4 controller because we don't care with Xbox Cloud. You can use whatever. And I was like, oh, that's pretty cool. They're just kind of rubbing that in. It's like a very small detail, but honestly, probably like a deciding factor for some people out there. Kevin, yeah, I will when I get home tomorrow at like 5-ish my time, so I can give you a heads up before you go live. Okay, sounds good. Either way, it's one step closer to playing some games with y'all. Yeah, because as soon as you get that Pro controller, we can definitely do some gaming. Yeah, and you know, like anything on there, like I would love to play Overcooked with you. I think that'd be such a fun one to do if we can get 4 of us in there or something. There's a lot of good games on Cloud Stream. I think we can play together. So place is like creepier than a hospital, and that's saying something. Have you ever smelled a hospital? Yeah, definitely not the greatest place to be. Some hospitals can be pretty nice. So I've seen some pretty nice ones. I think the last time I was in one was from when my brother had his baby, and they were in like a nice area of the hospital at least, so it wasn't too bad. Just to mention hospital smell, I can smell it. Right? Yeah, you know what kind of smell she's talking about for sure. I hear that. It's just kind of like when you say like what a library smells like too. I feel like that's one of those things where just like the word library, it's like, yeah, I gotcha. Or a bookstore. do we have here? The Oberdienstleiter. I can't read these words. Acting civilian commandant of Gesellkraft Shelter. I wish to inform you that Ulrika Haas, one of our educators, has grown louder in expressing her discontent with the conditions at our school. She sees that cozy environs, exquisite food, learning through play, frequent physical activity, ample leisure time, and state-of-the-art medical care should not be wasted on Slavic swine. She complains that her own children, Aryans who can trace their heritage back at least 7 generations, live much more modestly and without such extensive pedagogical aids. Furthermore, their education is frequently interrupted by the need to make shelter from enemy bombing raids. Dr. Hans Fuchs, Director of Upbringing. Okay, just giving us a little insight onto where the children go after they're born. We saw where they're born, and this is kind of them getting raised, I guess, huh? As children. I worked in a hospital for 11 years. I've smelled everything. Like I have a horrible story too much of for the stream. But just trust me, my nostrils haven't forgotten. Oh gosh, I don't even want to know, Stella. Sounds horrible. I can only imagine, but I don't want to. Exactly, I don't even want to imagine. I'll take your word for it for sure. I trust you. You're a trustworthy human being. Yeah, my kids are better than most people. You. Yeah, real Karen there, huh? Karen the Aryan. Cararian. Maybe you could do better than that. What do we got here? Some just left their tools in here.
Yes?
Could you open the door for me like you did before?
Are you sure you want me to do that? Knowing this place, it can be anything good.
Yes, I do.
What are you trying to shield me from?
Okay, then.
Shit,
is
that's
this?
stirrups.
They were inseminating women here. It's
Oh
horrible.
god,
I knew coming in here was a bad idea.
that's horrible. My god. There's not even anything interesting in here too. We came in here for no reason. Okay, she was right on that one. I'll give her that. I'll give her that. You know how much time has passed since the facility was operational? I don't think we do. Because I don't even know that this kid has had a sense of like what year it is, you know, like from when he was born. We just keep seeing stuff from the past, so I don't think we have had any clues to that yet. But I am definitely wondering.
Isn't that the book you were talking
Red
about?
Riding Hood.
earlier?
Yeah, that's the one. It's weird that they had it here.
Is it weird, or are you one of the kids, Ava? I think this kid is definitely a part of this. Yeah, right. Well, his mom was in that cell, so it seems like she got impregnated with me here. Like I was one of the artificially inseminated children. Yeah, like doesn't have a dad. Yeah. Definitely seeming to add up. Dear sir, I wish to call to your attention a matter which I believe is of the utmost importance to the program you oversee. Cutting-edge research by Helga Gobelis indicated teaching children to play musical instruments has a very positive effect on their intelligence, particularly their linguistic ability and spatial perception. This research findings and methodology can be found in Helga Gobel's fascinating doctoral dissertation, written by the young woman under the tutelage of my husband and soon-to-be defendant. Defended? Oh. Thus, out of concern for the proper mental development of our young colonists, I ask that a grand piano be included in the colony supplies, for such an instrument provides the best way to practice one's scales and thus enter the broader musical world. My husband is a fervent proponent of this idea. Heil Hitler, Ruth Sonnenbrock Hartmann. Interesting. I do agree that you should definitely try to get your kids into music. if they respond to it. You know, don't force anything, but. And piano's definitely a great way to learn scales. And it all fits together. Nazis trying to make perfect humans. Yeah, it's all, yeah, the master race, exactly. It all makes sense. Definitely Nazis doing Nazi stuff, you know. Think somebody stopped him,
I think
but
this
was
is
it
the
too
way out.
late?
From the looks of it, the control room should be just beyond the dam. It's never easy, is it? We'll have to find a way around.
There we go. Yeah, I call them colonists. I wonder. Yeah, because I think it's because they're considering the fact that after their plan, they were gonna like try to recolonize the world because they just tried to nuke everything when they brought everybody in the bunker. That was the original plan. Was everybody retreat to the bunker? We just nuke the shit out of the entire planet, kill everyone, so we can come back and be the only humans to recolonize. So I think that's why they're calling them colonists. But that's just my interpretation.
Emma?
I grew up here.
Didn't you say that you grew up in a village in the mountains?
Did you grow up at all, or are you an AI?
I did.
And you thought this was it?
Shimon, this isn't funny. What is going on here?
I don't know.
Sure you're not nothing, Ava? The perfect humans wipe out the planet, rebuild the world, and a perfect Nazi vision. Very Nazi thing to do, yeah. I believe children should be exposed to sports, art, and various hobbies and let them pursue whatever they enjoy most. Oh, yeah, absolutely. Yeah. I just thought I've heard about the point that they mentioned in that letter about people who learn music tend to have like an easier time understanding other bad things. So I think music is definitely a good thing to try to introduce.
At least I think it is. I
But
don't
yeah,
know
whatever
what to
kids are
believe
into,
anymore.
support them, you know? Hell, even if you think it's a waste of time. And look at video games now. My parents said it was a waste of time, and now there's people who make a living all over the place playing video games. Oh, mighty Velds! Old Miss Heisnick begrudged you a sacrifice. I heard her say it. Told her husband he was a fool to give you the meat. Why not old bread if you got to give something, she said. Anyway, she only gives anything so people don't call her cheap. So please, mighty Velis, punish her like she deserves. And reward me, your faithful servant, always looking after you. With health, good fortune, and that ring with a red gem Miss Heisnick got off the German woman and surely does not deserve. Deserve. And my mom tried to keep me away from video games, and now I fix computers. Yeah. Yeah, sometimes I wonder if, like, maybe if I would have played video games more, I could have been a pro at one of them, but I don't know, you know? I was just so, like, influenced to stop playing them sometimes. Nah, I'm just kidding. I would have been a pro at any games. I'm not that good. Maybe the only thing that was a waste the recorder. Yeah, I never really understood the whole recorder thing. Honestly, it makes more sense to, like, a piano, but, like, I guess a recorder is super cheap, right? So it's like if you want to like not waste money, but like give your kid the opportunity to like learn music, I guess a recorder works. And just reward me, but punish her. Yeah, absolutely. You know, with that letter.
This looks really nice.
Yeah, I feel like you guys ever heard of melodica? I feel like they would be like the perfect thing to teach a kid on, because it's like you breathe into it, but it's basically like a tiny little keyboard.
For good.
And so you still get like the same structure of a piano.
This is where we used to gather.
And they're pretty cheap.
My father performed rituals at that altar.
Oh, look at this, man. This is a straight up altar. They got all their little plants and stuff, all their additives. I'm surprised this stuff hasn't rotted out yet.
They
What do
were
we do here?
preparing a ritual for a successful journey.
So
There's another one of those ring things like that guy had with the Tony
It
Stark
looks
room,
like
if you
they
guys
didn't
remember
finish
that.
the ceremony. It's missing some offerings. Without them, the journey won't be successful.
You want me to finish the ceremony? That's what they get for leaving you behind. Oh, do you want me to finish the ceremony?
Do you want me to finish the ceremony?
You know what? Yes, I do.
Alright.
What do we need?
2 things. An animal offering.
Ukulele? Oh yeah, ukulele could be a good cheap one, right? Especially for like guitar type stuff.
With
Oh, sweet leather cowboy hat! Alright, one sec. You're just gonna get mad if I don't say something. A sacred item. I don't want to offer an animal.
But what makes an item sacred?
It's an item that's been blessed by the pastor.
Alright, here we go, partner.
Exactly. I know
Saddle
just where
up.
to find one. Go to the living quarters. You'll find it there.
Living
What
quarters,
am I
alright.
looking for?
My hairpin.
Your hairpin is a sacred item?
Alright, well, she had a hairpin, she
From
might be
a
ripped.
hollow tree.
Looks like the living quarters if I've ever seen one.
Go straight ahead. We can grab that sacred item since we're already here.
Alright, hold up. Hold up, Ava. Every time my music teacher with the recorder, not really because I don't have enough fingers for all the holes. Oh, really? She didn't know I was missing a finger. Yeah, that definitely would catch you off guard as a music teacher trying to teach something like that, then. For sure. Like this combo, night mode and cowboy hat. Oh, yeah. Hell yeah. I like it too. It's good. Like night mode. Glad you guys have been enjoying it as well. Like the subtle like animation of it with the clouds kind of going by. It's not too distracting, but still cool. A little additive. See, there's another upside down horse skeleton picture on a painting. What's up with that? Is that, Shyla, is that kind of like when you do stuff upside down, you think? Is it like a spatial thing or whatever? You think that they did it as like an artistic trick to like get the proportions right or something? I know you told me something about that before. Probably, yeah. I don't think that was an accident, you know what I mean?
What does
Also
that
because your
look
shirt is
like?
blue and you're
My father
giving
carved it in the shape of a bison.
with booba. Oh yeah,
At least
absolutely.
that's what he
Yeah,
said
we're
it
like the
was.
brighter things here
This
too.
is where I last saw it.
And we match. Let's see, where is this hairpin?
I can't find it.
I guess we'll have to find something else instead.
I pick up these glasses.
How
I
about
can't
the
find
ring
it, but I
on the
found
draw?
these. How about this ring?
Yes, that could work. You just have to bless it, but that's not going to be difficult. Now let's look for an animal offering. There's a workshop behind the stage. We'll find it there.
An animal offering, so we have to do
wonder what
both.
happened to that hairpin?
Maybe they took it.
No, they knew how important it was to me.
Maybe it would never
I'm sure
existed.
it
There's still a
would be out
chance.
somewhere. EK?
Those are my initials.
Did you do that?
No, Antek carved it for me. He got such a talking to after.
What does the K stand for?
I don't remember.
Oh, pretty sus. Don't remember, huh? Sounds like I just found some letters and you just immediately were like, oh yeah, those are my initials. Yeah, sure. Trying to pass the Turing test over here.
So we are not going to finish the ritual after all?
Oh, yeah, we are.
If that's what you want.
I don't know where I'm going, Ava. Gotta help me out, girl. You said something about going to the back, or maybe it'll be over here. What if she's an AI based off a little girl? Yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking, because the AI in this place, when we watch some of those memories or whatever, they it looks like the AI kind of like thinks and has some sort of like mind of its own, a little bit more so than just being like automated. So that's what makes me feel like maybe she is the AI. I don't know. What we got here? I wouldn't be mad. Build a statue, like it's no small thing. Don't get me wrong, I've built all sorts of crap in my time. When I framed that roof, a summer villa for the chief of police in Ostwashim, he nearly wet himself with admiration when he saw it. Stayed out of the camp because of that. Unlike my predecessor who botched the job, those forms I made outside Lagoda for the underground bunkers that housed Major Speedy's partisans, they took a bombing and still didn't bust. But a statue? What am I, some kind of log-chopping wood carver? No, I'm a carpenter, damn it. Lucian might know his stuff about the gods, but he doesn't know shit about wood. Although I suppose when the gods are involved, it's best not to make a fuss. Oh well, guess I'll hack out the statue for him. Okay, so Lucian was either the religious one or they had just two different religions, perhaps. It's like a makeshift little shiv he's got over there with like glass with something wrapped around it. I'm digging this story and I can't wait to see how it turns out. Right, me too, so I'm actually really liking it. For being just kind of like a go around and click stuff, it's been very very cool. Very like the environment is very detailed. Someone took a long time on this, you know.
Are you sure this will work?
Don't worry.
This is my animal
it's
sacrifice?
Just about symbolism. It looks like we have everything. We can go back to
I'm
the
all
old
for
one now.
symbolism when it comes to sacrificing.
Why were there so many toys there?
All the children grew up, and because of the radiation, no new ones were born. The youngest was Antek. When he turned 12, he became an adult. They shaved his head and put all the toys in one place for future children.
Damn. I shaved his head. Oh, I meant to say something. I hate how it does not give me very much time and there's no counter or anything. It's just like at some point, oh, it didn't say anything, so. Damn it. The game can go around and click stuff. As long as the story is great, I'll be behind it. Yeah, right, that's how I am too. A good story is enough for me, you know. As long as you can keep me interested and in any way that means, if that means good gameplay or if that means story, if that means both, you know, whatever ratio.
Put the offerings in the bowls. Now bless the items and the ritual will be complete.
Sure, easy.
Okay, bless the items. Easy.
You are
Just
blessed.
say a few words. Something profound.
Just sacrifice that
The gods
mysterious
like
goat.
that.
Yeah, dude, that goat did seem pretty
How
sus, dude.
about, no matter
But
how
different than the
dark
taxi
night,
game. Yeah, not the same kind of
one day
investigative, right?
sunrise.
Kind of like we're going around a crime scene in a way. It's like some shit went down here and we're just kind of figuring it
Their journey
out.
should be successful now. Wherever they went. Thank you for doing this for me.
Cool. I wonder what that will, if that'll affect anything.
And the people from that recording live here. Did you recognize any of them? Like Lucian?
That scientist? I don't remember anyone like that. At least I don't think
That
I do.
bamboo. Got some pickles. Got a letter here. Great Velis, grant me the gift of motherhood. Let me savor the sight of my own children as he learns to walk and talk. As it grows and supports me and my husband for our old age. I tried treating myself with primrose oil, flaxseed oil, shasta wood extract. An herbalist friend gave me a mixture of lady's mantle, yarrow, rulees, yellow millet, lavender, calamus root, marigold flower, hops, and rosehip. Nothing helped. The years go by and I fear my womb will soon be barren. I vow if I am granted offspring, I will raise them to revere them and worship you to the end of their days. You are my last hope. Oh, poor lady. You were deemed out of focus, Tom. Yeah, I think that might be the hat doing that a little bit. Yeah, it's the autofocus. She'll do that. Is one of the lamps turned off? No, it's you mean like in the room? I actually have all my lamps on this time, even the one for the green screen. Because I noticed the green screen one, it helps it not overexpose my face, so I don't lose the color in my
I'm
face.
glad that we finished the ritual. Their journey should be safe now. And
I'm
maybe
glad we did
ours
too,
will
and
be
hopefully that'll make the later stuff change, I guess. I don't know. Yeah, just went out of focus out of nowhere. It's like, oh, there's a piece of dust in the air. Let me focus on that. I don't know what it uses to determine whether it needs to focus or not. It doesn't have like any like lasers or whatever. What is this thing? Got a tree trunk coming out of it, or no, it's a statue of some sort. Alright. Look, it's got some stairs. Oh, can't go back there though, not allowed. There's a lot of these like metal circular things.
Butterflies? Things around here can be beautiful, can they?
Some interesting like designs and stuff, right? You know, like this wood. Then it's still got that pattern painted on it that's been faded away.
And what's here?
Pretty interesting.
Something isn't right about this place.
What do you
This is like their church or something.
I just don't remember being here.
Send love to the stream. Thank you very much, Sal. I appreciate that. Let me get a hell yeah for that. How about another hell yeah? And then one more. Oh, nice. Got that one twice. There you go. Appreciate that. Probably reminds me of Bioshock. Yeah, I can definitely see some Bioshock in there. Yeah.
The tree. It's the same as the one in your mom's drawings. That's Lucian, the man you're looking for. And there's Dominica.
I mean, it's like Greta girl in that picture.
Friends.
He changed.
He definitely got older. Oh, that is one cute baby.
Well, that's the spot where that other photo goes that we had, right?
Sonas, your photo fits in this space, but that doesn't make any sense. It would mean that the baby is you?
Yeah, I guess so. Lucian is my dada. It's also a religious fanatic, it seems. The plot is thickening. Like a thick molasses.
I can't imagine what you're going through learning that Lucian is your father.
He will never be my father.
Oh yeah, there you go. So we have a birthday. I didn't even think about that. To look at that.
Okay.
1968. Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
These heavy ass doors, dude. Just for someone's bedroom? Damn, dog. Up there. Okay, into the bedroom.
It must be your father's, I mean, Lucian's study.
Man, those must have been really hard to access. What files do you keep up there? I mean, just think about it. To get up into that top one, you'd have to have a pretty high, like, ladder or a set of stairs. And then you'd have to, like, reach, like, pull them straight up, dude. Like, what the heck? You never want to look at those files, man.
My dear friends, now that's not it. Bracia I siostry. Yes, much better. Bracia I siostry. Recently, there have been many events that have left us at a loss for words. Things that lack any rational explanation. Recoveries from illness that seemed impossible. The appearance of farm animals that were thought to be extinct. I have long believed that someone has been watching over us. Still, I was afraid to share my thoughts. That is, until now.
Lucian!
Fate has brought us here to the land of Veles, the Slavic god of water and the underworld.
Lucian, obiad.
Give me a moment, please. You know, I get nervous before these things.
I'm sorry, just hurry up, it's getting cold.
Is that my mama? Mama. So yeah, it seems like there's some crazy stuff happening. He was trying to describe there, talking about like the farm animals coming back. So that kind of describes that goat. But the goat had something weird about it, though, right? So there's that as well. I'll do some squats. All right, so I'm glad that I'm all healed up on my legs for the squats.
Dream of success while you're gonna wake up and work hard at it. Nothing is impossible.
Come on, do it.
You should get
Do we
to
also
the
do the
point
do it?
where
Why is
anyone
that?
else would quit, and you're
Oh,
not
there we
gonna
go. She
stop
played the
there.
do it one. Okay. I was like, is that just random that he's doing that or what? But no, that's Stella played that. Okay, you got it. All right, 10 squats. Here we go. I'm doing it. Let me back up here real quick. You know what? Let's switch to standing mode while we're at it. How's that? while I do my squats, we can have it transition. Hopefully it doesn't unplug anything. All right, some cowboy squats here. Make sure you guys can see me. All right, let's, hat is over, by the way. Yeah, I know it's over. It's just a comfortable hat. I'll take it off after the squat. Unless you want to keep it on. Yeah, exactly, and I will. It's just a comfortable hat. It's my favorite prop so far, that's for sure. All right, here we go. We're gonna do some squats and get nice. And there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There you go, 10 squats. You got it. Oh yeah, I totally feel still like a combo the squats and tell me to do it. Got it. I appreciate that. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate it. Okay. Whew. And those squats were a lot easier than the last squats I did, so I think that's an improvement. I think I'm getting stronger. Stronger than yesterday. Brothers and sisters, we do not know when we shall leave this bunker. We must fend for ourselves, and it warms my heart to see the spirit of camaraderie among us each and every day. Yet events have transpired that are hard to explain rationally. Lorink found a new tunic when his old one could no longer be patched up. Zaban found a new hoe after her old one broke. And Jedrick returned to health, though he never knew what afflicted him or how to cure it. The list goes on. I have the feeling that someone is watching over us, and recently he has given us a sign. Fate's tangled path has brought us to the kingdom of Velis, the Slavic god of the waters. This is what he was just reading, right? Of the underworld, yet also the song and poetry. I feel it is he who is behind all of these marvels. He is giving us signs that we will believe. Let us erect an altar and statue to worship him, so that we may win his favor and his aid. Well, thank you for that clip. I appreciate that. I love Streamlit. It's awesome. I'm glad you do. I love them too. I really think it's a lot of fun. I really like it when you guys use those cards, so that's why I try to throw them at you as much as I can. Really like it that you guys can like feel like you have a real effect on the stream, you know? I don't know what's going on. I leave this to you. When the time comes, it is the gods who will judge my actions. I will stand before them. I will look them in the eyes, and I will not blink, because I know that one cannot have a higher purpose than devoting their whole life to saving their loved ones. Honestly, when I was reading that little speech there, it sounded like the person found a new tunic when they had one that couldn't be patched up. It just seems like, I mean, I don't know. Does that mean a god's around? You just found a new shirt and you found a new tool? I mean, the person coming back to health, they didn't even know what ailed them. So it's like, I don't know. It's like a bit of a stretch. Must be in some hard times for those to be miracles, you know what I'm saying? Oh yeah, I guess I'll take the hat off. For fairness. Oh. Be nice to it though. There we go, just a good hat. Oh, D20 battle, you got it, let's do it.
Welcome to Dom's Dice Dungeon. Here we will see who wins in the D20 battle. Yeah, let's see it again. Alright, now we'll do the D20. I gotta beat a 5. Oh, okay, well that sounds pretty easy. Let's see if I can do it. And resto. 16, I'm going 9 tonight, baby. Hell yeah. Let's do another roll for fun, just because it's funny as Dom Dyson. Boom, and then we got a 19. I'm rolling hella good tonight. Hell yeah, is this some loaded dice or what? What's up with that? Well, I can get a low number, right? Ah, there's a 5. Hey, you still get your free one though. if you like.
I'll go ahead and send you that free one because everybody gets a free one. There we go. He just redeemed it. Yeah, and everybody else, if you want a free pack, there is a channel points item. Costs about 220 points, something like that. Channel points you get just for being around and hanging out. Everybody gets a free pack. All right, let's continue now. Where shall we go? I'll take the free one. Hell yeah, dude. Just sent that on over to you. So we just jumped down here, and it looks a lot like that other area.
I don't think I want to. Let's just focus on our goal. The control room should be close.
Sure.
You said you lived here with other people?
As far as I remember,
Where did they all go?
they must have left just before you got here.
I don't think
Just
very
before I
much
got
live-
here. Yeah, I don't think she's either. I agree with you, dude. Something sus about this Ava girl.
So, you grew up here, underground. Do you remember the world outside?
Sure.
Like little altars to
Before the
maybe
bombs
dead
hit, I
relatives
had
or
a
something?
normal life on the surface.
Before the bombs hit? Wasn't that like 20 years ago? That doesn't make any sense.
So you said the bombs hit 20 years ago? Paying our respects to the dead, I suppose. I suppose that's what these are. If I call a pirate dom with dance party, then I gotta put the pirate stuff on and then have a dance party as a pirate. I don't have any special pirate music or anything, so I couldn't promise you that. But I would do that. I'd make sure I got the pirate stuff on and then dance as a pirate. That's what I would do. Just gonna say that. Nothing there. Or you could wait till tomorrow and do the dance party then, and then I'd already have it on and save the pirate dom. Either mind. Yeah, it's all about like you know, combo and stuff. You know, kind of. So I'll try to do the duo one. Yeah, I mean, you could do like the Bob Ross hair and then the pirate stuff, and then I could be like a pirate Bob Ross. Or hell, you could do the cowboy hat and then the pirate, and then I'll just put the pirate hat on top of the cowboy hat or something. And put the eye patch on.
No!
That was your friend, wasn't it?
Was he really so
Oh look, he's
young
got a
and
single
healthy?
die there.
I'm so sorry, Emma.
It's like he was a little soldier, that's for sure. A lot of those didn't have interactions in them, did they? Yeah, it's his own Dom's Dice Dungeon. Yeah, he did. Exactly. It's very true. Here we go. Up to daisies. Oh man. Oh, okay, that's a little worried. I'm gonna have a crash there for a second.
Is this the right path?
I don't know.
Some interesting symbols and stuff, like runes of some sort.
Can't be much further.
Please, you need to help me.
I don't know how.
Go into the light, young man. Transition. Oh, look, she's dead.
Your name's on the grave. What's going on here?
What's that key I found earlier?
I don't remember. I don't want to remember.
Fernanda? That's his name. You're his daughter.
Stop it. I don't want to hear it. You should never have come here.
But you wanted me to help you.
You can't help me. No one can. This place was built on lies and death. There's only pain here. I'm not going to suffer anymore. I'm shutting it down. It's over. You hear me? It's over.
Eva?
Whoa.
Eva?
All right, let's go save her. Even though it looks like she's dead, but we're gonna save her. Whatever's talking to me. If you're going to finish Cyberpunk on stream, could be Cyber Bob Ross. Yeah, that's true. Could be. Or it could be that even when we're not playing Cyberpunk if you use those two cards. Honestly, I probably would like to play Cyberpunk again sometime, maybe even just starting from the beginning. And maybe if it's far enough out, people will want to check it out. I don't know, it kind of depends on you guys, because I just like to play games that you guys would be down to watch, because I just want to make sure you guys are having a good time hanging out, you know? Cyberpunk is such a good game. And I hope it's better now. I hope. I feel like I'm like, this character is moving through this with like no urgency at all. He's just like, alright, just get on up, I'll come save you, even though there's like an alarm going off and stuff. CD Projekt Red claims it's pretty stable now. Oh, that just happened right as I popped up. Interesting. That's good. I do like to hear that. I hope that the cops are better and stuff. I just felt like the cops weren't something I ever wanted to interact with, but I felt like there was supposed to be like mechanics to sort of reward you for doing so in some way. I haven't seen any third-party news about it recently. Yeah, me either. I haven't seen anything pop up. It's not popping up in my Google feed a while back, I guess. Everything you did to the streaming computer should run it better. This go again. Yeah, absolutely, it should. Especially if I used a capture card. Because I think it'll still have the Witcher problem where the graphics are just so high. Really, I guess maybe it's just CD Projekt Red, because the Witcher is also CD Projekt Red. So their games, they just push my my actual computer when I'm trying to push the NDI a little bit too hard. So I still have to bring down the graphics, I think. But yeah, I think you're right in that it would definitely be a lot better this time with all the streaming computer upgrades. So what am I doing? Jumping down here? Okay. How does this kid know where to go, you know? Is he just wandering around? Is he as confused as I am? Just going where it makes sense, I guess. Is this the control room? I see some pictures of skulls and humans and the skeleton. No, what do we got here? Well, I don't get to read it necessarily, not like other documents. Let's see if we can find anything on here that means something to us. I can't discern anything from this. Let's keep going. Is he as confused as I am? Yeah, there you go. That's a good one. Thanks, Niall. Let's look in the filing cabinet first. And what do we have here? Documents that I cannot read. Alright, what a great interaction bit. Okay. The key in the slot. We've got another Windows update.
Restoring last daily report. Host Sierra Ava 86% operational, host 1 inactive. 0% operational. Defect log, November 9th, 1967, replaying available system recording.
So we'll be together. I made sure of that. But I can't shake the feeling that I'm forgetting something. Stop. The faithful need not be afraid. The faithful are protected. It's cause and effect. Cause and effect. As for the others, we must hope for the best and prepare for the worst. If anything happens, just remember to monitor their heart rates. There's no need for anything drastic.
Enabling Overwatch mode successful. Scanning for weapons, gun level low. Enabling audio detection. Successful. Performing identification scan.
To our humble home. My heart rejoices to see us all together as sisters and brothers. You were all summoned here to proclaim your allegiance to the gods. That was the agreement. And you have stood by your word. We who have been blessed by the gods will prove the power of our faith to the doubtful.
Scanning for Dominica. Colonists not detected. Bed level moderate. Performing environmental scan. Disabling auto detection successful.
So I can choose the guard post or the village. A security scan of the guard post takes place for the colonists, or if they're in the village, a security scan for the village. Okay. I guess I would check the village, I guess? Perhaps? Is this like a Jim Jones thing? Jim Jones. I don't know, what's Jim Jones from? I'm gonna try the village.
Performing identification scan. Scanning for Dominica. Colonist not detected. Alert. Alert. Enabling audio detection.
You damn fools! Zostaw mnie! Zostaw mnie! Kurwa! You haven't the slightest idea! You will feel the wrath of the gods!
Keyword detected. Wrath of the Gods. Voice command recognized. Emergency sedative release activated. Warning, sedative level high. Risk of lethal dose low to medium. Emergency sedative release deactivated. Risk of lethal dose medium to low. Unauthorized colonist detected at main core. Warning, physical damage detected. Communication systems malfunction. Medical clinic malfunction. Ventilation system malfunction. Warning, sedative level high. Routing system limited functionality. Unauthorized presence detected in buffer zone. That level critical. Possible damage to main core. System reboot in progress. System reboot complete. Unauthorized presence detected. Colonist identification. Colonist identified. Dominica. Threat level critical. Lockdown successful. Colonist Dominica isolated in buffer zone.
This is it for me, huh? Do what you want. I refuse to be part of your twisted little fantasy any longer.
Warning, multiple deaths detected in the upper floor. Cardiac arrest, a sedative, something. Analyzing cause identified. Enabling judiciary mode, suspect identified Dominica.
The unfaithful are no more. They brought the wrath of the gods upon themselves.
So he just killed all those people with sedative.
Do you understand? They are to blame.
Is this what happened in Jonestown, man?
Everyone who matters is alright.
Is that the Kool-Aid thing? Yeah. It could be. I mean, definitely some religious nuttery going on, I think. Okay, it is the Kool-Aid thing. Okay, I thought that might be what you're talking about, but I don't remember it that strongly. Yeah, the whole Kool-Aid thing. Honestly, I probably know that mostly from Family Guy. There's that Family Guy episode about that. Where do I go now? I'm just a boy. Fuck's happening? Better go back in here? Nah, this is backtracking. Oh, well, there is an interactable. Can I do it? Okay, this time we'll go down. Yeah, I remembered. It was horrible. I bet. That sounds just horrific. My God. I've been watching this, it reminds me of this YouTube channel I've been watching called That Chapter recently. He does like a lot of like murder mysteries, like real life, like murders and stuff. And it's just like, there's some horrible shit that happens out there. It's crazy. Some messed up shit, dog. Killed that congressman and some of his envoy. Oh, really? I didn't even hear about that part. Oh, am I holding something? Oh, I'm holding an invisible note. The gods have decided. Dominica openly stood against the gods, and for that, she was rightfully punished. Her life and her deeds do not deserve commemoration. If I see any attempt to erect a plaque in her memory, so help me Velis, I will break both your hands. I'll break both hands of the perpetrator, Lucian. There was a reporter, he recorded video up until the very end. Oh, really? Oh, gosh. That is fascinating, but I don't know if I'd want to see anything like that. Like, it's like bad enough hearing about the stuff sometimes for me. Like, if I ever have to like experience it, so it's like, oh no, I'm all right. Maybe I'm too soft for that. Ava, I'm coming! This looks like a dangerous spot. It's like I'm just gonna get cancer from standing here. Just instant cancer. Let's check over here. Kind of moseys. Yeah, the kid does in this game, for sure. He's like, yeah, I'm not really worried about it, you know? There's some crazy shit going on, but whatever. I'll go there. Even the sprint is like not much more. I don't even know if you guys ever noticed when I'm sprinting when I'm walking. It's like that much faster. Like, I think it really just kind of zooms in the screen a little bit more, to be honest. Just to make you think you're going a little bit faster. It's just him throwing his arms back in the Naruto run, you know. The big Naruto fan. To Professor Wolfgang Winkler, Director of Medicine for the Quelle der Intelligence program. Dear Professor, I must report an issue resulting from the AI's rapid consumption of biocomponents. They maintain usability for roughly 4 months, significantly less time than planned. After that, they serve no purpose and, as per protocol, should be subject to Soderbehandlung. Therein lies the problem. We must dispose of the bodies due to epidemiological concern. Yet, first of all, there is little room in the cemetery, and secondly, frequent burials could negatively impact colonists' morale once the colony begins to function normally. I would be grateful for any suggested solutions. Dr. Johann Voigt, Chief Director of the Geschlechtskraft Shelter. T-Bar walk speed 500. Yeah, make me a little bit faster, is that what you're saying? Random question. When in a disagreement with a person, do you view silent treatment as a punishment? I mean, I guess it depends on what if it's like spiteful silence or if it's just like silence because they just don't have anything else that they could say, I guess. I think I have to read the situation, perhaps. It's hard to say like as a blanket statement. But I certainly don't think silence helps anything. I think that you should talk stuff out, but I do understand if you need time to yourself, and maybe that involves not talking to people. Sometimes you get sort of isolation from not talking, so I don't know. Never use silence treatment against a person. Yeah, I have not either. I get anxiety myself and it makes it awful. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, the anxiety makes me want to handle things as soon as I can or get away from it altogether, depending on the situation. Depends on my relationship with the person. Yeah, right, yeah. Easier to talk it out to me. Exactly, James. I feel the same way. Easier to talk it out. I always try to talk. Yeah, it looks like we got a room full of talkers here so far, so... But do I view it as a punishment? I guess is the question, right? Do you view silent treatment as a punishment? It can be a punishment, I feel. If you're the type of person who wants to talk it out, like all of us are, we probably could see it as a punishment. I think in so far that we would like to talk it out, and perhaps the other party is refusing to do so, and in that way that could be viewed as a punishment, which is perhaps where it comes from in the first place. I'm not sure. I viewed it as a punishment myself. Yeah, I could see that for sure. I think it depends on the situation, but I think it definitely could be used that way. It's like, you know, like I'm saying, we all like to talk it out. So if we're not allowed to do that, we're just gonna have to sit here with our anxieties, right? It's better just to kind of handle stuff, some scientific stuff. That's gonna get me kicked off Twitch. Watch out for that medical stuff. That chicken pox. Ooh, rough. Sorry, kids. What is that dot towards the bottom center? What, the dot that's the interaction dot here? This thing? Is that you meant? Like anything that I interact with has that dot? Is that what you're talking about? Or is it that pill on the table, maybe? I'm not sure exactly. No, in the chat box on the overlay. Oh, there's a dot. Oh, it's a tear in the Domoverse. Hold up. There we go. It should be gone now. I think it was right here. Yeah, I think we're good now. There we go. Yeah, thanks for pointing that out, James. It was a real small one. Damn, I didn't see that, right? Yeah, absolutely, dude. Good eye, dude. Did I miss something there? But we are extremely open to each other. Yeah, there you go. Really freaks me out if my wife won't talk to me, but we are extremely open to each other. Right, yeah. So I could definitely see that even as extra treatment if you're used to talking, and then all of a sudden they're not talking. You could, although I would think of that as less of like a punishment and more of like there's a problem here that needs to be addressed, right? But maybe that's what a punishment indicates as well. I guess I don't know. Science log, Lucian Colinda. I need to have another child. It is my hypothesis that if two hosts share DNA, it is easier for them to communicate. They are, for lack of a more appropriate word, synchronized, better than two unrelated biocomponents. The increased speed in which similar subjects shared electrical impulses in the past supports this conclusion. This is enough for me to attempt to connect a second host that is related to the more currently connected. Unfortunately, it can't be me. Firstly, because I am too old, and secondly, because there will be no one on the other side to oversee the experiment. The only other option is to create a child of my own. Unfortunately, the likelihood of this happening is low, considering there have been no successful pregnancies in the past 5 years. But perhaps something can be done if I were to use the genome-altering medicine that the Nazis were experimenting with. Interesting, so they became, like, sterile, it sounds like. Because there have been low, considering there have been no successful pregnancies in the past 5 years. That's a long time for no pregnancies. She's the kid's sister? Oh, are you saying Ava's the sister of the main character, I guess? I can't remember his name. Shinzon or something like that? Yeah, I think he called her sis at one point, so... I think so, because I think what it is we're supposed to both connect to this thing, because it sounds like from that last letter, that they're using these beings as biocomponents, like they're trying to hook these kids up to this machine, and they've been hooking people up to it, but they end up dying. And so they were talking about how what they're gonna do with the dead bodies and stuff. So it's interesting, they're using people as part of something, I guess part of what they found, because they said there's some sort of source of Aryan power. So I'm guessing that's sort of what they're hooking these people up to. Like, pretty interesting. They're genetically created twins. Yeah, it seems like that's probably why, and probably for the purpose, it sounds like, of using this machine, because it's talking about how they're synchronized, and he calls them biocomponents, you know what I mean? So they're like biocomponents to some sort of computer type of thing, I guess. Pretty interesting. Yeah, the ultimate test tube babies. Yeah, the only ones that maybe were even successful, and maybe that was like what was so important to someone, was to get these kids, because no one's been born in 5 years, and they're like, well, I'm not going to let you take these 2 kids that we finally got, you know, growing up, and freaking connect them to some sort of machine that's going to kill them, you know? And so maybe they, like, people disagreed, and they tried to get me out as a kid, maybe even Ava too, but Ava got stuck, and the boy I am got away or something. Look at all these skulls, dude. Holy shit. Skull measuring device. I think they call that a caliper or something. Well, not calipers, but I don't remember what that's called. Like the circumference measuring thing. Be like a micrometer if it's measuring down to the micro level. Oh. Whoa. What is that thing? Proza and Prala. Bora and Spode? Some weird technology.
I know I can fix this.
The only thing we can do now is pray.
Stop.
Look at those memory cores on that one.
This is what the gods want for us. Then we should accept it.
I said stop. There's something we can do. I just need more time.
Lucian, we have to accept things the way they are. This place you're in, it isn't healthy. You have to move on. Why would you even want to bring a child into this world?
Because we need to.
Does that mean he made me?
Think so, little buddy. Craniopia is the study looking for a device name. I'm curious. Okay, yeah. I thought there was some sort of name for the device that they measure that kind of thing with. Looking around. What do we see? Nothing? All right, cool. Got a good look at things, you know? Craniometry? There, okay, gotcha. With the cranium. Measuring of the cranium. I slept on my neck weird last night, and I've had this, like, pinched nerve in my back all day. You guys ever do that? I hate when that happens. Like a stiff neck all the rest of the day. What do we have here? Looks like some sort of botany stuff going on here. Science log, Lucian Coldella. Dr. Rudolf Schroeder noted it in his findings that the biocomponent's hippocampus suffered the most stress during excessive use of the system. What he failed to notice was that there are numerous ways to counter the stress through non-invasive methods. Precautions such as limiting the number of operations a biocomponent can work on simultaneously, or applying a shift work system for most day-to-day operations can greatly decrease the stress the biocomponent is subjected to. We have already exceeded the longevity of the most durable biocomponents by a factor of 10. This is even more impressive considering we are only operating with a single host. Unfortunately, there is no denying that there is a substantial deterioration in the biocomponent's memory. Delusions are also becoming increasingly frequent. For this reason, and this reason alone, we have decided to conduct a physical procedure. Injecting the biocomponents with a modified version of a drug cocktail the Nazis formulated to create an Uber soldier is, I must say, rather worrying, since no such experiments have previously been carried out, but the situation is dire. Interesting. So these are people like scientists and everybody who's like, I guess, trying to live in this place after they got the Nazis out of there. It sounds like the Nazis made this place. They were about to do everything. Maybe the enemies came, or their enemies came or whatever, and killed all the Nazis, and then tried to use the bunker themselves, but then had infighting when they were trying to use the Nazi equipment or whatever, and some people found it necessary, but some people would rather die than use it, it sounds like, and it was sort of that sort of thing going on. Interesting. It's just interesting when you always see them, when you see them talk about it as if it's Nazi technology and not their technology, so it seems like someone else had made it before them. Do you have a foam roller? I don't, but you know what? I've always thought I should get one. Ever since I was in physical therapy, my physical therapist had one, and it was a really nice thing for sure, and I've definitely considered getting one, but I have not pulled the trigger, but I probably should. Things probably went off and these guys were trapped here. Yeah, I think so. And I wonder if it was one of those things where the nukes went off and the people, you know, who were responding to the explosions, you know, ended up just finding this place and like trying to find some place to go or something, and you know, kind of they ended up luring everyone straight to the bunker because the bunker was the only place and it wasn't maybe hidden enough or something. I don't know. Something brought other people here though. That seems to be true.
So this is where you spend all of your time?
Dominica?
Yeah, but whoever was here last was certainly not able to go up to the surface
I know
safely.
we haven't seen eye to eye for a very long time, but I wanted to put our differences aside and come here to extend my condolences.
Thank you. But I have to get back to work.
That's the other thing I wanted to talk to you about. People at the processing plant are worried. No one's seen you since the funeral.
I've been busy. As I said, I need to get back to work.
I understand that's how you operate, but this obsession, it's not healthy.
Wait. The plant isn't overloading the system, is it?
No, everything's working fine. People are calling it a miracle.
Good. Good.
I can't imagine what it's like to lose a child.
Dominica, I don't have time for it.
Time for what? Grieving the death of your daughter?
You don't understand. I can still do something.
She's gone, Lucia. You can't bring her back.
So we're talking about Eva, huh?
Second miracle.
Just you wait and see.
So
Interesting.
he faked her death?
Maybe he faked her death in order to like not get people to bother him when he hooks her up to the thing or something. Definitely the plot's thickening pretty quick, guys. We got a lot of cornstarch falling in here. He uploaded her consciousness and she started taking care of everybody. Yeah, it seems like that maybe is what it is, and maybe it was just to get his daughter back somehow, but also, or maybe it was just to, like, that's what he was trying to do in the first place, was just get somebody hooked up to this machine or something. I don't know, it's pretty fascinating so far. The plot is thick, 2 C's. Hell yeah, like a thick molasses. Alright, it is undeniable that the drugs used by the Nazis have beneficial results on the host when, and I cannot stress enough how important this is, used correctly. Any alteration to the formula, however slight, could be fatal. I found the side effects to be particularly useful, especially considering the current situation among the colonists. There may come a point at which we will need to defend ourselves. As gas form, however, it is not easy to contain. That is why I deemed it necessary to create a vaccine which I will administer to the believers. There is no reason to risk the well-being of those who decided to trust me. I just need to make sure they take it, but that should not be difficult. They will do anything if they think it will strengthen their faith in the gods. A medically enhanced ritual wine should do just fine. Ooh, yep, there's the Kool-Aid hand. Yep, there you go. With Nazi drugs, Nazi Kool-Aid. Oh, the worst Kool-Aid. Tastes like shit. Tastes like fascism. Genocide. Ugh. Is that all there is in here? I guess that's it. Alright, on to the next one. Door number 3. Nazi Kool-Aid, Nazi pot, yeah. From those tomato pop aliens earlier. Overload. Not allowed to go in this one, huh? That's where all the servers are at, where all the info is stored. Ava, are you in there? Ava! Guess we're going down. Here we go. Door number 4, the secret door. That is closed. Oh, and open for me. Auto-magically. That's a big old door. Is this one of Elon Musk's tubes? Hyperloop tubes? Mr. Musk? Acceptance. Ooh, get in there. So maybe the stages of grief kind of stood for Lucien and his, like, and Ava, I guess, the relationship? I don't know. This is blue water, dude. That's some blue ass water. Like glowing, dude. And that giant thing, is that like cables and stuff? It's like roots and cables. Interesting. It's time. It was fate that brought us to this place, and it is fate that now leads us away. We leave tomorrow in search of another place that we can call home. We mistook this place for paradise. We know now that it was never meant to be our paradise, but it could be yours. I know you will come here. If not in a year, then perhaps in 5. If not in 5, then in 10. But you will come here. You cannot avoid it. It may seem cruel, but the gods have a plan for us all. You can try to run from your destiny, but it will catch up to you in the end. You will come here, and you will have a chance to make everything right. You know what needs to be done. She's one. Lucien. Oh, there you go. Yeah, plot twist, you were dead this entire time and you're just grieving yourself. Ooh. There you go. So, are we gonna like plug ourselves into this machine or something? It sounds like Ava's already plugged in. We just need a second bio component because they were talking about how you wanted 2 or whatever. Oh man, kid, you're gonna have to row on both sides, man. It'll be rowing in a circle. Do it. There we go. Yes. Yeah, upload yourself to the Matrix. Yeah, absolutely, right? Man, these cables waterproof, dude? Ooh, creepy.
Do you want me to read something to you?
No. The light is
our
right
mom?
in my eyes today. Open the drawer for me, would you? I got upset when you found that. I shouldn't have.
Yeah, that was the last minute where we saw. We found that picture and she got mad.
I hope he forgives me.
Who forgives you?
When he sees what a smart, brave young man you turned out to be.
Mom, what are you talking about? Forgive you for what?
Forgive me for taking you away from him.
Mom, I don't understand. Why are you telling me this? Mom, it's not your fault. You did what you had to.
fault. So we're definitely getting a much clearer view of what's going on here. Looks like that's where we're headed right there. We're gonna find Ava over here? Looks like one's open, one's closed, so maybe she'll be here and I just gotta plug myself in. Just like you said, into the Matrix. It's like I'm plugging myself in as a processor. We need more processing power. Connect another human stat. There she is, huh? So who's gonna hook me up when I get in my tube? Or am I gonna let Ava out?
But this isn't how you imagined it find me. Everything came back to me when you found that grave. Like a flood. To think I was keeping the truth from myself for all that time. It's amazing what the human mind is capable of.
Eva, you're alive.
I am.
That's...
So he did fake her death in order to hook her up then, right?
At this point, I don't really know, Shimon. What I do know is that I was really upset when I told you to leave. Now I'm glad you didn't listen.
There are so many things I want to...
I'm tired, Shimon. I don't know how much more of this I can take. I think I'd like to go.
What do you mean?
I want you to unplug me.
Oh no.
Why?
Shimon, I don't even understand what I am anymore.
You're my sister, I don't know who I am either. I'm gonna say you're my sister.
You're my sister.
I always wanted to have a sibling. I'm glad I can call you brother. Thank you for saying that. You know, I tried to forgive him for leaving me here, but I can't. Do you think that makes me a bad person? Tell me, what kind of father condemns his own daughter to oblivion?
I'm not sure what to say.
Faked you to save you, created me for a reason. Well, he created me for a reason, right?
Ethan made me. In a lab. It must have been for a reason.
Maybe it was always about us.
Get in the
being here.
tubes, Shinji. Yushin faked your death to save
Ethan
you.
lied about your death to save you.
And you think it was justified?
I think he loved you as a father more than
Save, I
anything
guess, huh?
else.
Shimon, that's really a lot to take in. I don't know what to do with it. How do you imagine my life here will look, huh? You think I'll be able to go outside, see the sunshine? What happens if there's a power outage and I'm all alone? Or if someone comes and tries to take this place and use it? You think I'll be strong enough to defend myself?
You're stronger than you think. Eva, tell me, what will happen to you if I agree?
Well, that depends on what you believe happens when someone dies. What do you think?
Any people who died before you? Nothing. There's nothing there. I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't know either. It's scary, right? It makes you feel small, insignificant. That's probably what we are at the end of the day. I think you're ready.
Ready for what?
To make the decision. I want you to know that I'll accept your decision no matter what it is.
I don't know. What do you guys think? Unplug her or not unplug her? I mean, she wants it, so I guess I kind of lean on unplugging her because she's asking me to do it. Plus, I mean, it's like not much of an existence to have, right? I don't know. You guys got any input? I'll give you guys a little bit. See if anybody answers. No, man, what a decision, right? Absolutely. I don't know. I just always want to comply. I say unplug her. Yeah, right? It just seems like not a great existence. You know, she's not really living for anything since nobody even lives here anymore. It's her last desire, and I can't imagine the pain she's in. Yeah. I mean, emotional and possibly physical pain, you know, just from like laying there all the time. I assume she can't feel that. Either. Not. Oh, are you saying don't unplug her, Stella? Is that what the nod is for, huh? I think I'm gonna unplug her, guys. That's what she wants. And do what my sister asked me to. Here we go. I will unplug you.
I will do it. Eva?
I'm here. Thank you, Shimon. It's a relief to know my fate is settled. But that leaves us with you. What are you going to do?
Yeah, what am I gonna do? Think about staying here, think about leaving this place? Staying here or leaving this place? I guess leaving this place, huh? I mean, what good would staying here do me? Unplug her, then C4 the entire thing, blow all the Nazi stuff up, right? Yeah, that's probably the better thing to do, right? Just leave this all pile of rubble. Could we watch the other ending? Yeah, I mean, we can try. I don't want to give you any promises, but if it lets me load into it, I'm down. I think you're leaving this place.
What do you think?
I think you're making the right choice. There's nothing good to be found here anymore. This place can finally be forgotten. So, what's your final decision, Shimon?
I'll say I'm leaving, and then maybe if we do it again, then I'll say I'm staying. And I'll just like unplug her and I'll stay.
Take care out there.
What's out in the world, isn't it all nuked? Yeah, well, I think at the very beginning of the game we're outside the bunker, so I think it might be okay by now. I'm not sure. I think it said it's been 20 years. I think at one point Shimon said it's been 20 years since the bombs fell, so maybe that's enough time for things to be okay up there now. I guess just story-wise, I thought the character, if he's killing his sister, would probably want to leave, right? Disable bio component. It seems so heartless to call her a bio component. That's what her father referred to her as. Hey, me. There we go. And she's gone, guys. I wonder if you can approach the other two before the conversation. You can, because the module to start the conversation was at the beginning of the stairs before you can get up there to either of them. So yeah, it put me straight into this. But if I stay, I bet I get into the other two. I guess that's what I assume I mean by stay. Alright, is there like more of the game even? I don't know that this is necessarily the ending, I just assume so, right? Okay, yeah, this looks pretty ending-like, right? It's almost like a Fallout Vault-Tec approved. If they were Nazis, I guess. I think this is a heavy game, absolutely. It's good. I like it. Need to Fallout 66. Yep. It's just I guess it's just cold because of where they put it, right? It's probably just because it's up north. Either that or it's nuclear winter. Acceptance achievement unlocked. So who knows what happens to Shimon, but he tries to make it out in the world, that's for sure. All right, there's credits. Okay, we'll try to load it again and get that last ending. But I do want to thank everybody for hanging out while we played this. I really enjoyed it. It was a good choice, guys. So yeah, good vote. I like it. It was a great game to watch. I'm glad you thought so, James. Absolutely. Hell yeah. This is a great one. Yeah, definitely. You know, I was a little bit worried about some possible Firewatch action happening because of the reviews, what some of them were saying, but honestly, like, all the negative reviews I saw, I mean, what were they expecting, to like shoot some people? Because I think the story is great. I think if you're into games that, you know, that are story based, I think this would be a game worth playing, you know. We'll go ahead and pay our respects to the credits, and then we'll load back in, and hopefully we can see that other ending, see what happens to Shimon and Ava if we both stay there. Yeah, we can get past that one bug. Yeah, absolutely. Thanks for letting me know about that head bob action. That definitely fixed everything. So they should just probably disable that by default, because it didn't really add enough immersion in the game. Because I didn't even notice a difference when I switched it off. So all in games. Yeah, it'd be cool to see if these guys come up with any other games, you know, in the future. I mean, this is so like nicely crafted, you know, the levels wise, and the story was really well crafted. It'd be really interesting to see how they would improve upon it, you know. I guess I hope they'd lean more into the story stuff, because this is like a really good story. I'd love to get more games like that. I guess it could have been more puzzles, maybe would be one thing that I would like as a gamer, but it's not really much of a critique because I don't think it needed it. I'm just trying to think of, like, is there anything maybe puzzles? I feel like the negative reviews are people who went in expecting something else. Yeah, I think so. They must have been, because a lot of them mentioned they called it a walking simulator, was like the negative sort of thing that they were saying, it seemed like. But I didn't want to read too much of the reviews to find out like what happens in the story, so I didn't read too many of them. I just saw that a walking simulator was the first thing that a lot of the negative reviews said, and I was like, that doesn't matter to me as long as, like you said earlier, James, as long as it's a solid story, who really cares, you know? That's gonna keep you strung along. Good job, everyone. These are the localization crews, some testing peeps. FQA? What? FQA? When I would watch, but don't think I'd personally play. Yeah, I totally get you. Glad you streamed it. Hell yeah, man. Yeah, this is a game that I can't imagine me going out of my way to play by myself. That's how I review this sort of thing. Like if I, you know, had a friend that we played games with together a lot, and we like to play story games together or something, then this would be a game that I'd probably play with someone else like that. But yeah, definitely a game best enjoy together, I think. Just fun to talk about our theories and stuff about what we're learning, you know? I like that kind of thing. All right, is there anything at the end of the credits? Post-credits, all of a sudden, he's gonna join the Avengers? Oh, okay. Oh, and then it goes straight to new game, huh? Yikes. Do I get a chance to load even if I click new game? I'm just gonna check, like a chapter load thing. Oh man, no, we have to play the entire game to see the ending, it looks like. Alright, we'll see what this brings up on the screen here. Yeah, this is the same thing from when we first started. Damn. Alright, well, we don't get to see the other ending, but let me see if I can Google it real quick, or YouTube it, and then we'll watch it on YouTube. So, Yeah, exactly. So exactly, you're on the same wavelength there. Right, give me 1 sec, guys. I'll exit out of this. Let me get a little DJ Cutman going here. Okay, let's see. Paradise Lost. Oh, here's all endings. Okay, let me get to the one that we want. Okay, the first one they showed is the ending that we got, I think. Sorry, I'm just trying to make sure that I'm seeing the right thing here. Okay, no, the first one they show is it looks like he killed Ava, but then stayed. Let me make sure that that's true. Nah, what am I doing? I should just show you guys what I'm looking at here. Okay, so now pause DJ Cutman. What we got here is, I thought he agreed to kill her, but let's double check here.
I really hope you have it easier than I ever did. Goodbye, brother.
Yeah, I didn't see what he actually selected.
No matter what it is.
Oh.
I want you to know that I'll accept your decision no matter what it is.
Yeah, were there 4 of them? Yeah, because there's those 2 decisions, I think, because you can mix and match those 2 things. So he is unplugging her, and then he gets in. So we know how that looks, so I'll go ahead and skip to the point where we didn't see. Damn, there's a gnat that's just been in front of my face all night tonight. I gotta figure out something to get rid of this freaking gnat. Okay, yeah, then she dies. Alright, so this is kind of where we left off. You guys can hear it and everything, right? Okay, yeah, it looks like... What am I doing? Let me full screen this bad boy. Be a crazy decision to make, man. I'm gonna get in this tube for the rest of my life. I think you'd want to think about it for a little bit, you know? At least for a little bit. Okay, then it cuts to this. Damn gnat coming right for my face again. And an ornery little guy. Oh, look though. A little bit different. Getting some green in there. Or yellow or something. No, it's green. Yeah, look at that. So if we would stay, it brings the world back, or are we just going through time because he's been in there for so long, everything does end up going back? Is that maybe? Yeah, Dawn versus Nat, exactly, dude. It's so annoying. I'll just be in the middle of trying to like read something and it'll just come straight out my mouth and I can see it coming in while mid-sentence and I'm just like, what, do I stop my sentence or what do I do? Well, it almost feels like that's the better ending then. If it gets all, you know, nature or whatnot. Alright, now let's see what happens
I
here.
think I was keeping the truth from myself for... I think
Eva.
not the only one who is a bad person. Tell me, what kind of father can that
You left Jen.
either?
I will go.
Okay, wait, first he decides...
Ready for what?
Nothing.
Nothing. There's nothing there.
If there's nothing there, that means there's no pain either. And that's comforting.
Talking about the Oblivion, I guess.
Ready for what?
To make the decision. I want you to know that I'll accept your decision no matter what it is.
He says, I won't unplug you? Oh no, he does do it, but this is maybe the one we got then. Yeah, because okay, this is the one we already watched.
I'm tired of saying that. Waiting here?
I don't know. Do that too. What do you think?
You know what they say. Those company three's a crowd. I'm glad I won't be here all by myself. We might try to do some good around here together. So, what's your final decision, Shimon?
He's staying and he's not killing her.
Good.
I feel like that if I stayed, that would have been what I would choose. I wouldn't want to choose kill her but then stay. That one seems like a weird one, you know? Okay, so then he gets in there. I might fast forward a little bit through that since it's just him getting in there for a long time. Yep. Come back out here, and is this any different? I assume the green will come back again? Yeah, there we go. But will anything else happen? You guys hear that crackliness? That's definitely the YouTube video. They did not do a great job with this YouTube video. The audio on it. Looks like we're pulling out farther, maybe, but I don't... Not really noticing any other differences so far. Okay, was that any different? I don't know. And in this one, he would be doing what? He would be leaving, but also not killing her? Okay, so that's an interesting possible thing.
I want to leave this place.
I don't want to kill you and I want to leave you.
You should go. You belong out there. I'll stay here and do my best to try to make something good out of this place. So, what's your
Because this is like this situation where I do nothing. It's like, oh, I came here, I did nothing, I left. I just learned some stuff and then left. That one would suck, right? Yeah. This seems like the worst possible ending.
I'll be waiting.
I guess I feel like I should have stayed. Should have not killed her and should have stayed. If it turns everything green somehow, I don't really know how to interpret that, I guess. And then he leaves, and I guess it's just going to be winter the entire time this time. It's probably not that actually much of a difference, I guess. Alright, well, I guess the endings really didn't seem like they were worth really watching. Yeah, Yost just came for a visit, but I gotta go, so it's a little awkward with you just laying here, so I guess we'll see you later. Alright, well, I guess that's Paradise Lost. One second, let me bring up Discord. In case anybody hasn't voted in the Discord, we have a poll here for the next Storytime game. So right now, the two that are leading, I figured maybe we could watch the trailers for them since they're tied. Looks like we need a tiebreaker. So the two that are leading right now are Backbone, which does look pretty cool. So this could possibly be next week, or I'll show you the next one next. Let's check this out. Yeah, we tried. I love this game. Thank you for coming and hanging out and enjoying it with me. See, I really like this art style. I think this is really cool. And you're like a detective raccoon. Pretty cool. At least on my birthday, gotta happen. There you go. Yes, Raccoon Detective has my vote. There you go. Yeah, if you haven't voted in the Discord yet, join the Discord and vote for it if you want. We'll watch the trailer for the other one that's leading as well. It looks like things get kind of real too sometimes. I love the animation. I think it looks great. Very detailed for being, you know, pixel art. Backbone. So yeah, that's a newer one that was released, and yeah, it looks really cool. Definitely excited for that one. Then we also have, this is the other top contender right now, Detroit Become Human. The game's been out for quite a while. I don't know, like at least like 4 or 5 years. Very story focused, very beautiful game. I think if we play this game, I'm gonna have to buy a PS4 controller, but I'm not sure. I have to make sure if it has like mandatory motion controls or not. But this is one I've wanted to play since it came out, but it wasn't on PC for the longest time.
Wait, you're sending an android?
All right, now, we need to go.
You can't do that. Why aren't you sending a real person?
Captain Allen, my name is Connor. I'm the android sent by CyberLife.
It's firing at everything that moves. It already shot down 2 of my men.
I love the sci-fi aspects of this too. It looks so cool.
So either you deal with this fucking android now, or I'll take care of it.
Don't come any closer or I'll jump!
It was like a rogue android.
Hi, Daniel! My name is Connor! There's no way out, Daniel. The only question is whether or not you take another innocent...
I mean, you can call them gimmicky controls now, but I liked it. I really liked Heavy Rain. Like, I agree that it could be a gimmick, but I like it. I think it's cool.
Humans, not kill them. What was I designed to be? Their slave? Their toy? You're a machine you have to obey. Now put the gun down and let the...
Oh my god, what the hell, right? Yeah. Yeah, that's some pretty heavy stuff right here.
Now it's my turn to decide.
Dude, I think the whole thing is about androids kind of getting sentience or whatever. I think that's kind of like what's happening here, right? This android decided to kill himself and this little girl. And I believe in the story, you might be able to change the outcome of how that works. I'm not sure. Because it's definitely one of those that has different paths. Yeah, like it could have been different. It's like they took the RE system from Heavy Rain and then really like leaned into that sort of thing for this one. I'd love to play Heavy Rain sometime, but I feel like it'd be a spooky month one.
I kill you. You can't kill me. I'm not alive. Tell that helicopter to get out of here.
Yeah, so you make all these decisions and you try to handle the situation, so it's pretty cool. This game has many alternate story paths. Exactly, yeah, just like Heavy Rain did. I mean, Heavy Rain kind of like in the end, it all like comes out to the same thing, but there's so many different ways you can, the ending can be changed, you know, just like in small subtle ways. That's why I was super excited when this one came out. I was like, oh my gosh, from the people of Heavy Rain, that is so cool. Yeah, branches a lot. Yeah, exactly. Oh yeah, no problem. Now I didn't mean to get on you for using the word gimmick either. I know that some people like hate these games because they're like, it's not actually a game, it's all about the story or whatever. So yeah, I think this looks cool. I think this will be a great storytime game at some point. But yeah, you guys decide, Backbone or Detroit Become Human.
This is our story.
Either one could be the game for next week. I just don't like the guy who created it. Oh, really? I guess I don't know anything about the guy who created it, but separate the art from the artist. Yeah, right. That's always a good thing to do. Even shitty people can create great stuff sometimes, right? But yeah, so either Backbone or Detroit. We got any other vote? Oh, we got another vote for Detroit. It looks like, or not Detroit, but the Backbone. So, but I mean, if there's more of you that need to vote, definitely go in there and vote. All right, but other than that, guys, that is going to be it for tonight's stream. So thanks for coming to hang out. Cell voted. Thank you very much for voting. I appreciate when you guys vote. I think it's a really exciting thing personally, because every single time I would love to play all 3 of these games, even Undertale. I know it's like the lowest of it, but Undertale is a great game. I played a little bit of it already, and I've really enjoyed it. And I think it'll be a fun one eventually. But yeah, thanks for everybody for coming to hang out. You guys want to raid somebody? I'd really like to raid anybody if you got any friends on. Let's see, but as far as for the rest of the week, tomorrow we're going to be finishing up our Sea of Thieves playthrough of the Pirates Life stuff, so definitely come hang out for that. We're going to try to get Stella in there if we can, because that'd be cool. And then Thursday we got Red Dead. We're playing Red Dead 1 now. We are officially in Red Dead 1, so it'll be part 2 for Red Dead 1. And yeah, that's been pretty cool so far. I'm really enjoying that. And Friday will be Witcher 3 part 4 or 5, something like that. We're getting there in The Witcher. I mean, it's going to be a long time, so we're definitely not too far in. So I encourage anybody who hasn't come to hang out, definitely come hang out, and I can get you up to speed with the story if you'd like. All right, so I think I'd like to. I've been looking to raid Bee's Knees. He's a pretty cool guy. I found him the other day, looking for other, smaller streamers that I can get to know a little bit. So let's try to see if we can hang out with Bee's Knees. He's a real swell guy. Pretty chill, laid back, variety streamer just like myself. So let's go ahead and check him out. That Mr. Headache is a good dude to raid. Okay, I'll keep that in mind. I'd like to raid Bee's Knees for tonight, but definitely, Stella, don't even forget. I'd love to raid the Mr. Headache if we get another chance. So yeah, go say hi to Bee's Knees. He's a great guy. Yeah, I'd love to become better friends with him. So yeah, show him some love, guys. Yeah, other than that, though, we'll see you guys here tomorrow for some Sea of Thieves. And, be safe. I love you. Have a good night. And on to the raid.